don't you think? A little too ironic.
Yeah, I really do think.
It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride when you've already paid. It's a good advice that you just can't take. But who would have thought it figures? Life is a funny way of sneaking up on you. Life is a funny, funny way. Life is a funny way of sneaking up on you and helping you out, helping you out.
Right.
Dude, you handled that so well. By this point, I thought you were going to be on your knees.
I think I'm okay. I just burped, and that really hurt.
I only played the
Smells
I only
hot.
played the fart sounder twice while you were.
Oh, I didn't even hear it.
The U.S. Open, the Masters, child's play compared to what we went through on that hot afternoon.
I was hungry most of the day. I think we played golf. I think we played golf. I was hungry most of the day.
Yeah, everybody thinks I'm an amazing golfer, but it really points to more about how bad they were, to be honest with you.
Their jaws were on the floor as to how good we were. How good we were driving him. He was, you know, hitting pins out there. I was driving him 463 yards, I think was the distance. And they were like, you guys are the greatest golfers I have ever seen. So we were heading down to Stone Wolf, and the backspin guys were going to meet us there, and I figured I'd wear something kind of casual, you know, just like my normal sort of golf attire.
You're honestly the best dressed as far as all of us is concerned. He was probably the worst golfer, but Moon was spot on with his dress. As a matter of fact, it went so well that he actually has a line of golf clothes now for the LPGA Tour.
We show up, it was a nice, you know, breezy 117 heat index. And everybody was in good spirits, you know. We started off with a little bit of driving, a little bit of chipping, a little bit of P-wedging, if you will. That's what we call it when we're as good as we are.
This new P-wedge, you should see it. You should see my spin on this P-wedge.
And we loosened up, you know. We picked our carts. I was number 22, and we put our clubs in there. And here we go. Gonna show the pros how to do it.
Bye. See you guys. Bye.
No mud on the shaft today.
Hey, let me feel your shaft. You get a nice shaft, man.
It's team secure. Am I right?
Oh!
Oh God, there it goes. I told you. Spot out of bounds.
I shot really good. Pretty far. Not so accurate, but far.
Moon disappeared for about a half hour. And next thing you know, there's 5 pregnant chicks in the clubhouse.
There were some records that were gonna be broken.
As far as the putting is concerned, Riz was so on with his putting game, they're actually changing it they're calling it rizzing.
Oh, I mean, with putting, I was thinking about food. And I thought about the ball being food and the hole being my mouth. So I was hungry, and it was going in.
That's how you laugh. I'm close.
How was your putting?
After seeing us on the driving range that first day, they knew this could be the greatest game of golf ever witnessed. And after about the first hole, we all kind of realized that too. So we just kind of zoned, and to tell you the truth, I just went into the space. And I mean, real good golfers will tell you they just go into this zone, this space, and it's like time travel. You don't know what's going on. You're just zoned, and you play the greatest game you've ever played. Ever.
Get out of this thing. Go! Rip it! All right! All right! All right! Okay. Bail it out.
At Patrico, my God, I thought that was John Daly for the first probably 8 holes.
Thank God Jeff knows hammock maneuver, because every time Patrico hits the fairway, he celebrates with chicken wings.
Everybody was great, especially afterwards when I got to leave everybody and go grab something to eat.
What was your favorite part of the day?
When it was over and I got something to eat.
And I'll tell you what, not a single hit of those little white balls wasn't perfect. They were all perfect. Every single swing we had was the best swing you've ever seen.
They always say I'm the old guy on the show, which I am, and I've had a lot of great days, obviously, in my life, because I've had so many days. It honestly might be one of my best days ever with these guys.
Just the 4 of us, hanging out on the golf course, stepping away from work, and even though on the scorecard it doesn't say the best score, it truly was one of the greatest games of golf that I've ever played.
And I can't thank the guys and the people that provided my clothing more, because it was the perfect day.
Just what a... Hey, good morning, everybody! There it is. All right. We made it. Tuesday. Got through the Monday. Now let's do the Tuesday, shall we?
Finally, the last day of the week.
Yeah, well, it could be for you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Remember, Jeff, every day's an audition.
You
Don't
got
forget.
it.
Never forget.
Uh-huh.
He knows I'm telling the truth. Man, I was in bed last night at 8:30. Lights out by 9.
Damn, look at you.
Solid sleep, feeling so peppy now. My mother-in-law was staying with us for 2 weeks, and she left yesterday. So now there's a calm in the house.
Did you actually say she gone or no?
She gone. She gone. No, she was driven to the airport. Who do you really have to drive to the airport? Like, so if somebody asks you, or somebody says they're going to the airport, and now, you know, we're in the golden age of ride-sharing apps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, you of course drive the in-laws, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I would think.
Yeah.
I would think. I mean, you drive your parents, right?
Of course.
Mm-hmm. That's what I would think. You drive your kids, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about a new girlfriend? A new romance?
How new we talking?
I had to look this up. This is actually in the Washington Post. Who do you really have to drive to the airport? Some of these are surprising. I don't really agree with this stuff. And I'll tell you the mind F as far as what I told my mother-in-law before she got the mental terrorism before she got on the flight.
I think every town plays a part in this too. Because
Yeah.
St. Louis, there's like really no excuse not to go because it's close. But whenever you have to deal with traffic in other towns, that's the battle.
There's a
That's a
big
one.
difference between driving somebody to the airport in this city as opposed to driving somebody to the airport where I'm from, where it's a 4-hour, 5-hour journey.
Yeah.
Or potentially could be.
Yeah.
I'm curious as to when this survey.
It's not a survey. This is a guide courtesy of the Post. So this is their writer saying, here's who you should...
Do you know when? The only reason I asked that is
This
because...
is within a couple weeks.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because the only reason I asked that is I think a big part that's being weighed on this. And this a big variable is Uber and Lyft and all that, and the prices. And right now, the prices are. I'm sure if anybody's taken an Uber recently has noticed that they're up. They're way up because of the, they're trying to get back to profitability and blah, 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 blah. So like a $18 ride before for me to the airport is $50 right now.
Well, I did say, we are in the golden age of ride-sharing apps. Now, yeah, prices fluctuate. But, it seems one favor we could still do for people is, give them a ride somewhere. So which people in your life do you really have to give that ride to the airport to? Your parental figures. Here's what they say. It depends. If my mom asked me for a ride to the airport, I can't say no to my mom's.
But what does it depend on? That's what I want to know.
Are they traveling alone? Are they tech savvy? Did you see them recently, or is this a momentous reunion?
That's silly.
Are you a short trip from the airport or some hour and a half's worth of traffic away? Some parents wouldn't mind taking a taxi or an Uber. Others might be deeply offended. Like if you told your parents to take an Uber to the airport, would your parents even know how to use Uber?
No, not at all. They would not. I would have to do it for them. I don't even think they would know how to take a cab to the airport.
Oh, really?
No. I mean, my dad would probably.
You could call a cab.
He would go to Google, and he would then type in cab to airport, and whatever phone number would pop up, he would call.
Right.
And then they'd ask for a social security number, and then you'd never see him again.
Moon, what about your parents? You think they'd... I'll bring up something in just a little bit. Your mom. I'm going to keep your dad out of this. Would your mom know how to use...
Right now, absolutely not. Is it something that she could learn in the next few days? Very unlikely.
An Uber, huh? So my mom could use an Uber.
Here's the thing.
She got the app, and she goes all over the place.
Kudos to my mother. Mid-70s. Most folks in their mid-70s aren't, you can't teach an old dog new tricks kind of thing. Like, even if you can, they don't want it. They don't want it. Like, my dad doesn't want to know anything else. He's fine. He's filled his quota for knowledge. And any convenience-based things, he doesn't care.
He's the guy that says, I've gotten this far without that, so I don't need it.
He was babysitting on Saturday, and we were super late because, teenage dirtbags played late and hung out with everybody afterwards, packed up late, blah, blah, blah. And there was no way for me to get a hold of him because he doesn't know how to really use his phone. And I even talked to him earlier that day, and I was like, hey, if I gave you an address, can I text it to you? And he goes, no, don't text it to me. I don't even know where that is.
May I just give a little insight as to that whole thing? Because I happened to be in the car with Moon as he was talking to his father.
Oh, that's right. You were there. I forgot about that.
As we were driving from Westport Social to Pops, I was in Moon's car. Moon had to call his father because of some babysitting things. And some pickups, some drop-offs, whatever. So, safety first, the phone's on speaker in the car. So I was privy to the conversation. First, you call your dad, and your dad goes, what?
It's because that was the first time. And what did I tell you? I said, I don't even know if this is a real phone number. My mother one time told me, hey, save this number in case we get rid of the landline, which I think they've gotten rid of now. But this is your dad's cell phone. We're getting him a phone for emergencies. And if we get rid of the landline, he needs something called 911 if we got something. And so I had a number in, and I told Riz, I go, I'm not sure if this, I don't even know if this is a real number.
The fact that
I'm just going to call it.
You talked to your dad, he heard it was your voice, he goes, what? And I went like this, ooh.
And it didn't even faze me. I didn't even realize that that's what he said.
Yeah.
I'm so used to that.
I went, ooh.
I'm so used to that.
And then, you were talking about, a pickup and a drop-off. He needed an address. And, like, do you have a pen and paper on you? And he didn't. And he was out. And, there's no possible way to text him anything because does it even accept text?
No,
I mean, he's got a flip phone.
Yeah, he goes, no, don't do that. I don't even know how that works. No, don't do that. I was like, okay.
Oh, man.
Well, I don't know how to do this then.
Like, I felt like I was in a time warp, like 15 years I went 15 years in the past. Like, we still had somewhat modern technology, but not what we have today.
Yeah. So that's where my dad is, which is where I think most folks are in their mid-70s. But my mother, she gets super stressed with it, but she listens to every single minute of our show because now she knows podcasts. She knows how to work the podcast.
Well, then
app.
you download the Uber or Lyft app. She could figure it out.
Yeah.
She's a smart lady.
If she can figure out a way to listen to a podcast,
yeah, she could.
she could do that.
She
But
wouldn't
if your
want
parents
to.
had to go to the airport, you do take them, right?
My parents, of course. My parents have dropped me at the airport 100 times,
Right,
so,
so
I owe
you-
it. I owe them.
All right, your kids. Do you drive or do you have to drive your kids to the airport? The Washington Post says, are they still under your roof and under your rules? Give them a ride. If your kid is old enough to be trading Bitcoin or waxing poetic about the flavor profile of Japanese whiskey, then you're not required to chauffeur your offspring to the airport.
I'll agree with that.
I've lived that.
Now, if they ask, of course. But I don't think there's a requirement there if they're whiskey drinking age.
Yeah, I've been at my mom's house and taking a taxi or been dropped off at the bus. Take the bus to the airport. Here we go. Now we're starting to get dicey. A new romance. Are you required to take your new romance to the airport?
Of course, you're not required, but this is something that you want to do.
I was going to say, I think the same way when it comes to the kids. Like if I'm living at my mom and dad's house, or even if I'm not, if I'm living by my mom and dad's house and I'm going to the airport and I'm talking to my parents and I say, yeah, the Uber's coming to get me at 7 a.m. tomorrow for my flight, 100% of the time, one of them are going to go, why don't I just take you?
Yeah, it's hard to have this conversation here because the airport's 20 minutes away from everywhere you are. You know what I mean? A half hour the most from wherever you are. Like, you've never lived in a city where it would take legit 2 hours to get to the airport and then 2 hours back. And then you have to navigate what's going on in the airport.
Here's your day.
And then
right
throw
there.
in, there's construction on the LIE. Throw another 45 minutes on that.
Which is why I will never, ever live in a big city like that.
Oh, I mean,
I
There's
want
trade.
zero to do with that.
yeah,
Zero.
there's trade-offs.
It's
though.
yeah.
There's trade-off.
But then again, I'm also the guy that I never travel.
Yeah.
I never want to travel.
Well, and it's
crazy
also
thing
how many times you go to the airport. I mean, you go to the airport, maybe 2 or 3 times a year.
I've
Yeah.
gone to the airport 5 times in 10 years.
Yeah, see, well, then the big city would be fine for you. The difficulty with New York is if you got a 6:15 flight, you gotta leave so early, and you have to take a cab or an Uber or something like that because the trains ain't running.
Yeah. So they say if you're still in the process of wooing a love interest or in the thick of a honeymoon phase, take your significant other to the airport. You'll get that last passionate moment before they tumble onto the curb at the departure, or have a movie-worthy embrace when they walk out from the arrivals. How about your long-term romance? Well, romance is still important in a relationship. The realities of life, come first. It may be easier on everyone to get a ride from another source. Your siblings. Do you really have to give your sibling a ride to the airport? They say, nah. Grandparents. Yes. Yes. Y-E-S. Yes. No explanation needed. Yes. Give your grandparents a ride to the airport. The extended family. If your aunt picked you up from, and this is what the example they use, if your aunt picked you up from the Cincinnati airport to drive you all the way to Westchester, do her a solid when she comes to town if she needs a ride.
Agreed.
Your in-laws. Okay, your in-laws. Are you still trying to make a good impression? Give them a ride to the airport, pro move.
Shouldn't you kind of always be?
I think it should be
willing
always.
to
That's
make
that
a
to
good
me.
impression?
To me, in-laws is an always.
I believe I've made my impression at this point.
You know what? That's fine. But as a father-in-law, that kid better be trying to impress me for the rest of my
Still?
life.
I got nothing else to prove.
I 100% am on Team Moon
Hey
here.
man, am I the only? I'm the only father-in-law in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. If you're listening, you better try to impress me when I'm on my deathbed at 104. I don't care how
Really?
long I
I
live.
still got to be impressing my father-in-law?
100%. Are you kidding?
do?
Yeah.
She's still my daughter.
Yes.
No.
Stop it. You're not being serious right now. Come on.
Impress, like. Okay, I guess in a way you always try to show off.
Yeah, I think it's
you know.
semantics a little bit. You're not still impressing him. You're still being a nice person. Is
Of
what
course,
you're
it's
saying.
a nice
I don't
person and
even-
respectful.
Yeah. That's
Well,
that's the
beyond
same
that.
thing, right? Yeah.
I think so, but I think one step beyond that. One
I
step
always
would being
feel
a
like
good
as a guy,
guy.
and you're right. Thinking back, thinking back to it, you're still trying to impress your
Of course you are.
your father-in-law.
There's not one point,
the way I see it.
There's not one point that I don't want my father-in-law to walk away and go, "Yep, my daughter's in good hands."
Yeah, like the way I see it is so your son-in-law, okay? You say, "Hey, I need a ride to the airport," or he doesn't offer you a ride to the airport, or whatever the scenario is. In the back of your mind, you're like, "Well, wait a minute. This guy's not even courteous enough to offer me a ride to the airport. How the hell's he treating my daughter?"
Right. And they're kids right now. I mean, they're young, so.
But still, I'm
trying to
just
get
saying,
people
in any
to put their
scenario,
phone down
Impressive
during
thing
dinner.
is my daughter's happy. That's it. Grandkids are happy. Roof over the head. Meal on the table. Hot meal every day. All right, you've impressed me enough. Carry on.
You can stop being impressive.
Carry on.
Okay. So Riz, put yourself in Moon's scenario. So
You've met my father-in-law, right?
I'm not talking about your father-in-law. I'm
lovely,
talking about
lovely
you.
guy.
Yeah. I'm talking about
Gentle, quiet.
Gentle and quiet. Yes.
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about Riz right now. So your daughter is much older. She has met a guy that you really like. He's a very nice fella. He takes care of your daughter. They are now married. You need a ride to the airport, and he doesn't offer you a ride.
Oh,
Riz,
of course it's noted. 100%.
you just countered your own argument.
No, not airport ride. I would always give my in-laws an airport ride. I said I'm not trying to impress them all the time.
He even gave him his Jeep.
That's not an impressing. That's not an impressing you thing. That's a courteous thing.
Okay, you see it as courtesy, but on his side, it's something that maintains the impression.
Sure.
Yeah, watch this. I'm going to
Being a nice
impress him.
person.
I'm going to offer him a ride to the airport. I'm going to impress him with this.
But I wouldn't think it that way. Impressing him is, trying to be flashy or, I don't know. How would I impress my father-in-law? I mean, we've already established, I've been around for 20 years. What's there more to do?
Impressing your father-in-law is doing things that not only show you're taking care of his daughter.
I hope me being a nice person is impressing enough.
Yeah, we're not saying the flashy stuff. I think our impression of impressing is a little bit different. But yeah, I think staying consistent and going one step beyond what you need to.
Yeah, offering a ride to
impressive.
the airport is not an impressing thing. That's just, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I hope my father-in-law's listening.
Coworkers, do you have to give your coworker a ride to the airport? No. You're on your own.
Wait, you just pointing at him saying no? What about us?
All
Or
yes.
you meant all
No.
of us? Okay.
No. If I happen to be going that way, passing your house, okay.
Right, as long as it's convenient, right?
Don't expect me to stop the car fully.
What about a boss? Your boss says, I'm heading out for the weekend. I got to do these meetings, but it was unexpected. Can you give me a ride to the airport?
Oh, of course.
Okay, and what if they don't ask? If they ask, you say, of course. But if they're like, I got to figure out the ride to an airport. Uber
If
for
they're
$50
that
right
way,
now. What do you do?
if it's that way, if I hear them going, how am I going to the airport? You want a ride? It's the boss, of course.
Right.
You have to do that.
Got to
right?
be a hero.
Okay.
I'll impress the boss. Father-in-law. I've already got that job.
That's the real
But
boss.
that's what that's exactly what I'm saying. Your father-in-law is a boss of sorts. It's somebody.
Not the real boss.
It's somebody
So I'm
that
going
you
to start
need to
sending my
impress.
father-in-law my bills?
Of course not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Actually, the real boss is Bruce Springsteen. We know that. Now, here's the mind F as far as my mother-in-law goes. Before she got on the plane, I said, hey, whatever you do not recline your seat. You are not allowed to recline your seat anymore.
Don't become a news story for me.
I said, you can't recline your seat anymore. I don't know if you've read the news, seen this on TV, but it's a whole thing. Don't recline your seat. She goes, why? I said, see you in New York over the summer.
Didn't have a great reason, huh?
No, listen, I know it's hard to think back. I know it's hard to remember back this far, but remember the good old days of mid-February when we didn't have to worry about the global pandemic? Everybody's biggest concern about flying was, having somebody recline their seat. Well, for one brief moment, let's revisit that. Is it unacceptable to recline your seat?
No.
I say recline away. Now, there's a thing now. I mean, maybe you should turn around. I've never done this. I've flown hundreds of times. Moon, have you ever turned around and asked the person behind you if you could recline your seat? I just assume.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I would just assume that the person in front of me is going to recline their seat. So then I adjust accordingly.
Of course.
The seats can recline, so I'm going to be proactive and adjust my life and my seat accordingly.
Absolutely. There's only a few things that you hear every single flight. It's the safety information and then the bong.
Yeah. And
you are now allowed to recline your seat and use your tray table.
Yep. I was to say a great way to get around that is, hey, would you like your tray a little closer to you?
Here, let me scoot your tray in for
You
you.
go that route. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just scooting the tray in for them.
I've said this before that like when I get on a plane, the very few times I fly, I basically become a statue. I get into a position and I don't move for the entirety of the flight. But however, if I was to recline the seat, I think my thought process would be I would kind of give a turnaround. I'd go, hey, I'm gonna scoot back a little bit. I would just give a heads up.
What's funny is all the times I've flown, nobody's ever asked me.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I don't fly as nearly as much as you guys, but same.
Nobody has ever asked me. Have they asked you, Scott?
No. And
Not
my thought
once.
is I want everyone on that plane to be as comfortable as possible, so recline away.
Moon,
so that
has
we don't have
anybody-
grumpy people.
Has anybody ever asked you?
No, not in my memory. This is an issue brought up by people that don't fly.
Yeah.
That don't understand what this is. They see
Not-
one outrageous video and they're like, oh.
Not once has anybody ever asked me. No. And I think if somebody actually turned around and started talking to me, I'd go, what are you doing?
I think Moon is so right. He's like, you see the soccer mom or the soccer dad, whatever you want to call them, that travels once every couple of years to go to Disney or something like that, going, oh, everybody's reclining and not asking anybody anything,
Yeah.
as opposed to the people that are in the plane
what?
actually experiencing it or not.
If they didn't want you to recline, the seats wouldn't recline.
Exactly right. I remember my first flight. I didn't mean that to make that sound condescending, but I remember my first flight. I was a teenager, and I remember going, "Oh, this guy just like reclined into my space." And then my parents went, "Yeah," and then you recline into the person behind your space. Everybody's comfortable. I went, "Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah,
That's
that
it.
makes sense. Thank you." Moving on.
Now, we've seen these things that they actually sell, that the recline blockers, where it's a device where you actually can wedge into the seat in front of you that would prevent the person in front of you from reclining.
Awful people.
You're a demon.
Yeah, that is awful.
You are a
We've talked about those before. Pull those up.
you are a
Show 'em.
tool of Satan.
Yeah. Right.
The maker of that.
Chances are somebody will go, man, seat's broken. Okay. It's rotten.
Oh, that's
Rotten.
so rotten.
With the amount of money you pay for a seat on a flight, I'm reclining.
Yeah. The maker of that is an instigator, and the users are demons.
Well, anyway, so the news story is there's a guy from Austin. He was going from Austin to L.A. He was on a Delta flight, and he was using his 16-inch MacBook Pro computer when the person in front of him reclined the seat. And it made Pat's laptop, quote, fold like a taco. And his screen was destroyed, and so was the laptop. Now, the story is poor guy with the MacBook Pro. His computer broke because the person in front of him folded the seat. Well, when you look at the picture, the seat in front of him has like, they have now like the entertainment systems in the seat in front of you, which are like kind of built into a plastic kind of shell. So the guy had his screen almost underneath where the plastic is. So when the guy reclined the seat,
It just smashed
it
it down.
smashed the computer down.
So
Whose fault is that?
So the back of the screen was wedged underneath there, like you'd put a chair underneath the doorknob.
Right.
Yeah.
So when the guy
Kind of thing.
reclined, then the screen snapped.
Wow.
So whose fault is that? Is that the guy in front? No.
No.
No,
No.
absolutely.
No.
You got
because
to
he was
think the
using-
guy on the off chance he's going to recline his seat. Be ready.
And I mean, how slow the seats go back. It's not like they go back instantly. And what kind of plane goes back that far? I want to ride on that.
It wasn't
thing.
even that far.
No.
But it happened to be wedged underneath that little part.
The only thing I've seen is a photo of his broken screen. I'm not saying that it didn't happen the way he's saying it happened, but I'm saying there's a lot of things in an airport and traveling that can break your screen
But did you see
before that point, and when you open your thing,
the front of the seat, though, is that plastic thing. That his thing could get wedged underneath it. But that's his
yeah,
fault.
I think about that every time I use my computer right there. But like, or any sort of, if you put an iPad up on there or something, you think about that every time.
Look at this thing. It's called the
That's
Knee
on you.
Defender. Standing up for the right for the guy to sit down.
Apparently, that has now since been banned on flights.
So, yeah, want protection from reclining airplane seats? Order the knee defenders.
Wow.
So you wedge these things into the seat in front of you so the seat cannot recline.
Now, okay, I'm just going to ask this question, and I honestly don't fly enough to even really give a crap. But how far do the seats recline?
Not
back?
far.
Not
Then
far
why
at all.
even recline back? Who cares?
We're talking about 3 inches.
Then who
off
cares?
on a-
Because I will
This
take
much.
every little bit of comfort I could possibly get.
Is it
on
that
this.
much of a difference?
It
It
makes
makes
a
it
difference.
that big of a difference if you're trying to sleep.
Yes, it does.
If as far as comfort level, it makes all of the difference.
Like, I mean, it's a difference between a 90-degree angle and slight reclining.
Especially if you fall asleep, and you have no shot. If you're in one of the back rows that doesn't recline, you have no shot of your head not slamming into your chest every time you fall asleep.
It's true. Even if you're tilted back, your head will at least fall backwards. Again, I will take every little creature comfort I could get on those flights. But so this guy says he talked to a flight attendant. The flight attendant came over and took the side of the guy in front of him. And when this guy emailed Delta, they sent him back an email apologizing, but also said, quote, personal property damage in flight as a result of passenger action is not reimbursable. So they gave him 7,500 frequent flyer miles instead, which is, for what it's worth, buying 7,500 Delta miles costs around $250.
Which is more than they should have, by the way.
But his MacBook, that 16-inch MacBook Pro starts at $2,400.
If I'm on a flight, okay, and I'm sitting next to Riz, and I got my laptop out, and Riz goes to grab a drink of his soda, and it slips out of his hand, and he spills it all over my computer. That's not on the airline.
Yeah, it's not on the airline.
So this is essentially the same thing.
You're using the chair the way it was, its intended purpose. Because
They don't
nobody
want you
says,
to
here's the
recline."
button to recline. Don't touch that.
Yeah, this is not
Whatever
a
you
reclining
do.
issue. This is just an accident.
It's an accident.
Accidents happen, and when you have a $2,400 piece, you're usually pretty protective of it. So
Listen, it's always somebody else's fault and somebody else's problem.
And did you get the insurance
Yeah.
on your computer?
Yeah, Apple Care. Does Apple Care cover that?
It's a good question.
I don't know. So, yes, if you're inconvenienced in any way, then it's somebody else's problem, right? You just
Yep.
can't avoid, right? You can't avoid the issue.
yeah, so it looks like Scott on Twitter is saying that the issue from the original viral video is that the guy in the last row wasn't able to recline back. But
That's
so
his
what?
problem for getting that last seat.
That sucks. Yeah, what a bummer. What a bummer.
I've
That happens
sat
to
there.
all of us.
I've sat there. It sucks.
Yeah, that's
It's
not
loud,
the lady in
it's-
front of you's fault.
The lady in front of you happened to get the ticket before you were able to purchase your ticket and got a better seat.
Is there any advantage to being in the last row, or does it all suck?
No,
You can't recline, but you're right there by the bathroom.
That's
Is
a-
that a good thing or a bad
That's
thing?
a terrible thing.
That's a
'Cause
terrible
everybody walks past you.
Talk to me about if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's always people walking past you or queuing up in line next to your seat. It
Yeah.
sucks. It's the worst.
Is it the same price as all the other tickets, too?
Yep.
Yeah, usually.
Really?
But
Now they charge now they're charging premium prices for where you sit on the plane.
Like your very front row.
There's more with a little more leg room. Now exit rows are more money because you get a little more leg room there too.
yeah, but that happens to everybody. And it sucks. But you move on. It has nothing to do with everybody else.
But you got to put it on social media.
And the one flight that you were uncomfortable.
You got to put it on Delta. So it's a Delta flight from Austin to LA. How long's that flight? 2 hours?
A little longer than that, probably.
Not long enough where this is an issue.
Yeah. Well.
Because you can stand up.
All right. So I'm on the recliner side here. I don't see anything wrong that the person who reclined the seat. Again, when they're nickel and diming you for every little thing on a plane, damn right I'm reclining my seat. And I don't need to ask you permission in the back.
No.
Maybe I'll reconsider when somebody does that for me. Again, it's never happened.
The way you're saying
Never.
it, you're even saying it, is suggesting that it is some sort of inconvenience for somebody. It's not at all.
No.
None
It's not.
of this
It's
is
not.
an inconvenience.
I'm saying to the people who say it's an inconvenience,
Yeah.
nah. What about this for an inconvenience? I want to see if you think about this. I want to see if you think about this the way that this runner here is a runner who lives in Berkeley, California. The runner is vegan. Okay, Jeff, you're a frequent runner.
Yes.
Right? You run all the time. A vegan runner who lives in Berkeley, California, is asking neighbors to close their windows when they cook meat because the smell is, quote, overpowering and offensive.
No.
That's ridiculous.
And in fact, this person went on to I guess the handle at Best Next Door. I guess it's a Twitter handle for people who live in this area. So the runner's requesting that when they run by, please close your windows because the smell is overpowering of meat and offensive. And they're also asking that neighbors only barbecue vegetables outside.
Yes. I love it.
And the runner said, quote, I don't want to be a stereotype, but also suggested people do research on why the smell of cooking animals is offensive and, quote, join the movement.
Here's my quote. You've been stereotyped. You're an idiot. You're a pain in the ass. Nobody in the neighborhood likes you.
I mean, come on, man. I got my route to run.
There's other routes.
Right?
You can go the other way. You can get in your car and drive to somewhere else and do it as well.
Right.
But if you're into running, isn't it a good thing to have something you don't like so you run faster away from it?
Good point.
Thank you. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that wouldn't fly. I don't think anybody would let that go.
So what do you think this is Berkeley, California. It's very crunchy there, isn't it?
Yes.
Berkeley, it's very crunchy and very progressive out there in Berkeley. What do you think the response to this is?
I believe you have a button for it. And
Does
it's
it start with a G?
It's
Get the f*** out of here.
there it
That,
is.
yeah.
I think that was the
Yes.
response. House to house. And just
Yes, actually, that is the response. This person is actually one person called it performance art, and another wrote, you know what else smells terrible? Runners. Have some respect and exercise indoors with all the windows locked. There you go, man.
Get you a Peloton and leave us alone.
And they're right. But they're inconvenienced.
Yeah.
So why should they change?
Riz, have you seen the
miles
latest?
in.
Have you seen the latest inconvenience that's been going on that people are just going crazy about that involves the Battlehawks games? There is a huge debate right now.
oh,
Boy.
is this something we can guess, or is it something not obvious?
What do you think it is? And it's not just Battlehawks; it's probably every sporting event. But this is new
Oh.
to St. Louis.
People sitting down.
Standing or sitting, so much so that the president of the team had to make a statement to address it.
Oh, I saw
did
this.
see that.
Somebody tweeted us complaining that
It
people are
is-
sitting down.
It is what? Oh, I mean, there are two sides, that very
yeah.
passionate sides. It is the I can't believe these wusses are sitting down and not supporting our team, and there's the other side that's I paid for this seat. I don't want to be inconvenienced by having somebody stand in front of me the entire sporting event.
Man, I can see both sides of this.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I like to
Both
sit down.
sides. Both sides have
That's
a
why I
great-
enjoy going to a hockey game. I like sitting down.
Yeah.
Yeah, both sides have a great point there.
You stand during the
That's a tough
exciting
one.
moments.
That's a tough one, but here's where I think it goes. Oh, well, at least for now, with the new excitement and the new team and all the buzz around the in-game experience at a Battlehawks game, you give it to the standers for now. And if you don't, and if that's not your style, then maybe you
Now,
hold off going for a few games.
If I bring my kids,
See, and you literally
if
just
I bring my kids,
said what I thought the whole
I
time.
mean, my daughter's 4 foot tall, and Scott's in front of her. He's standing all the time. She can't see anything.
This is the whole
That's a
time,
great point.
dude. The whole time I sat there, and while people, I never
you
chimed in.
sat there. Ha!
I
You guys
never-
don't like the Battlehawks.
I never chimed in. But I watched people debate about it, and I sat behind my computer, and I was like, "This is ridiculous. You pay for the seat. You do whatever the hell you want. If you want to stand, you stand. You do whatever you want. I don't understand any of this." And then somebody was like, "I brought my 9-year-old son to the game who's obsessed with football, and he couldn't see a damn thing because people were standing in front of him." And I was like, "Well, that's." Damn, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's a good I was like, now I am completely torn.
Yeah, and you know what? I forgot. So Mama Moon went to the game and talked about the experience and how awesome it was and all that. But I forgot she did say, because she's about 4 feet tall too. I think
Yeah.
your daughter's probably taller than her, and she did say everyone was standing almost the entire time, and it made some of the plays at the far end of the field
You
difficult
can't
for her to
see.
see.
Man, that's a tough call.
Yeah,
It's
she
a
wasn't
super tough
complaining
call.
about
And
it. She was
tough
just
call.
noting it.
I still am on the belief that you bought the tickets, you could do what you want. But at the same time, be mindful of those around you. If there is a child that's behind you that's watching the game and that's super excited. Now, if there's a kid behind you who's sitting in his chair and he's on his phone the whole time, or he's on an iPad and he's not paying attention, then fine.
What if
but
I
if
go to a
he's
Blues game?
trying to look and trying to look and trying to look and trying to
What
look.
if I go to a Blues game? I bought my seat.
It's different rules. It's a different rule at a Blues game.
Isn't that funny though? That it is different.
It is though. I mean,
I know.
it is.
I wonder why.
Is it because of the newness?
At a baseball game.
Wait. There's nudity.
No,
At a
newness.
baseball game, I can walk to and from my seat whenever the hell I want. At the Blues game, there is legit a person that will stop you until play starts.
Right, but that's at the entrance, to the concourse.
Right, but I'm saying those are different rules for different sports.
If I stand in my seat at the Blues game, is an usher going to come tell me to sit down?
I guarantee you, if you would go and complain,
or is it spectator law, spectator rules?
I think it's an unwritten rule.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand, why it's an unwritten rule in hockey, but there's nothing. You know what I mean? Like you can stand and get away with it at a Battlehawks game.
Well, I bought this Blues ticket. I'm going to stand.
Maybe it's because it's a lot more intimate of a setting as far as hockey is
That's
concerned.
not even no. It's because it's watching play. It's watching the game play on the ice because it's. I don't know.
Do you remember? I mean, going to a Rams game. Do you remember going to a Rams game? People stood the entire game. You go to a college football game. People stand the entire game.
Yeah.
I'm going to be Switzerland here. I see both sides.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not taking a stance
Me
yet.
too.
It is football, I guess.
You be careful though. Every time
So
I
you
try
use
to
your foot by standing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hell
stand
for
on
it.
your foot.
I see both sides. I will be wishy-washy on this issue.
It's not wishy-washy, man. It's just neutral.
I see both sides.
We're just in the gray. That's all.
That's all right. I'm Switzerland. I'm telling you. I'm out of this.
When you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice.
There's war going on around me. I'm staying out of it.
Just standing here with my hands in my pockets.
So just assume football's a rock concert.
Hey, whatever
People
side
saying.
wins, that's whose side I'm on, okay?
Here you go.
Switzerland.
Here you go. So somebody on Twitter, with their Twitter handle is Bob the Big Dumb Idiot. So that's that. Says that they need to open up the upper deck and call it the sitting section. Keep the rowdy people in the lower bowl and keep the kids and everybody up top away from the drunken rowdy idiots.
I understand that point, but then you have somebody like my mother who loves watching football and wants to be as close to the action as possible and is only 4 foot when she stands.
All right, so you said
That's not fair to put her up high.
you said Hunzecker made a statement on this?
Correct.
Okay, what did he say?
He said that you have whatever right that you want to when you buy that ticket. If you'd like to sit, you could sit. If you'd like to stand, you could stand.
That's El Presidente said that. So
And I got
spoken.
I got more info
which is
on the
his
next
way
home
of
game.
saying I'm not making a comment on this.
I've got more info on the next home game regarding the upper bowl when the Battlehawks play on the 21st.
that means there's
Coming
some
up
news.
coming up in spurts.
Coming up in spurts. All right, today is National Anthem Day. Today marks the day in 1931 that the U.S. Adopted the Star Spangled Banner as the anthem. Today is also National Cold Cuts Day. Deli meats and cheeses are celebrated today, so make yourself a big sandwich or try something new at the deli counter. Virginia ham. Haven't had that before. I'm going to try that. It is delicious, by the way.
It came a long way.
From Virginia.
That's right.
We have the refrigerated trucks for that now. Today is National Soup It Forward Day. On this day, people are encouraged to make their own soups. Give them to friends or loved ones. If somebody's sick, for instance, take them some homemade chicken soup. That's today's the day for it.
How about not right now though? With all the stuff that's going around, whether it be the regular flu or the coronavirus, let's just skip today. Let's reschedule that for a later date.
But it's
It's
National Soup It Forward Day.
We're going to
Tomorrow's
reschedule.
not.
We're going to reschedule. TBD. We're changing that to TBD.
National Reschedule Day.
It's also a National I Want You to Be Happy Day. On this day, the value of caring about somebody else's happiness is celebrated. Scott, give somebody a reason to smile today.
Alrighty, I'll try.
And today is a true, honest-to-God thing. Born in 1995, today is National If Pets Had Thumbs Day.
Oh. Right away, I think they'd let themselves outside. And inside.
That's right.
Because every time Eloise comes in, I'm like, hey, did you close the door behind you? And she never,
and she goes, I
ever
got no
does.
thumbs.
I actually let her out yesterday and then left for like an hour and came back, and sliding glass door was still open in the back. She was just going in and out.
Just bitch didn't close
I'm
it,
like,
huh?
you can't close it one time. You're two.
So how would we celebrate National If Pets Had Thumbs Day? There are ways to celebrate. Teach your pet how to give a high five. What better way to acknowledge and celebrate each other's five-fingered accomplishments, huh? Finished your breakfast? High five. Found that elusive red ball? High five. Didn't step your butt today? High five. They say, make a list of things your pet can do.
Like if it had thumbs?
Give your thumbs up or down on your outfit. I don't know. Who would celebrate this?
They
Get a
would do
manicure. I don't know.
Yeah, hold that bone a little easier when they chew it, too. They wouldn't have to be like,
This is so dumb.
just sitting there like this.
Well, I didn't get you guys anything, so sorry. Let's celebrate the Team Riz Member of the Day from O'Fallon, Illinois. Brought to you by Layla, St. Louis's only gourmet shawarma and burger place. Today we celebrate Katie Mattel. Katie Mattel from O'Fallon.
Way to go, Katie.
Katie loves listening to the show on the way to work every morning and really loves going to the show's events. She's an accountant, loves music, loves dogs. Says she enjoys the events and listener community stuff that the show has created.
They were with us all day on Saturday for King's
The Mattels?
Party. Yep.
Says that she loves that when you go somewhere in a weirdo shirt, you'll get at least one person that comments on it. And then you instantly have something in common. That's amazing, isn't it?
That's so cool.
Katie Mattel from O'Fallon is the Team Riz Member of the Day. Get the super sweet Team Riz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up. 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, 6:47 on this Tuesday. First look at the traffic and weather. We'll do some news next. Here is Patrico.
Look, Mommy, the rhino's getting too close to the car.
Coming at you.
Your Point traffic update brought to you by Ryan Kelly, thehomeloanexpert.com. As of right now, no major issues to report. All good. Point forecast today, sunny and highs are around 60. Tonight, partly cloudy and in the mid-40s for the low. Right now, it is 43 at the Point studio. Point forecast brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
And welcome to Riz's Meat Secrets Revealed, St. Louis's #1 meat secret revealing show ever. And today's secret, how to prepare a delicious Sugar Fire Smokehouse meal in your own home in just 5 easy steps. Step 1, go to your nearest Schnucks location. Step 2, locate the Sugar Fire products in the prepared foods area and purchase a modest amount. Once you're home, you're ready for the next step. Step 3, place Sugar Fire meal into the oven or the microwave. Step 3, remove from packaging and then place the
South County Urological, 314-843-8000, 314-843-8000. Talk about a community. How many hundreds of Rizzo listeners have gotten their vasectomies from Dr. Huatma at South County Urological? No scalpel vasectomy, quick procedure, most likely covered by your insurance. If you're done having kids, this is the route. A lot of guys are scared. I get it. Any kind of work done in that area, it's a, you know, you want to make sure everything's all right. Will your sex life be affected? No. No change in interest level or anything. Just no more kids. It's fantastic. Now, also at South County Urological, they treat kidney stones, which is common in young people, runs in families, treated with minimally invasive techniques. South County Urological has a stone center where you'll be treated quickly. They also do the prostate cancer stuff, prostate cancer screening. Enlarged prostate, which occurs in all men as they age, can be an issue if you're having urinary issues. South County Urological, 314-843-8000, online at southcountyurological.com.
This is honestly the most embarrassing thing I've ever done.
Jeff, you're on mic 3.
Yes.
Why don't we do a little sound check while we're on the air here?
Okay.
This is coming in a little hot.
That's a little hot.
A little hot. You all right?
Yeah, I feel good, man.
You sound so fresh.
You good, King Scott?
Yeah, sounds beautiful.
Oh, I feel like there's a lot of people in here.
There is.
Oh, there is.
There is.
Guys, thanks for coming down. I know a new Metrolink station opens today, so that's why everybody's in here.
That's why everybody. A little test run. Yeah.
What is that at the Cortex building today?
That's it, man. That's it.
All right, that's why everybody's here.
Nothing else going on, really.
Actually, ladies and gentlemen, today is our first day at City Place in Creve-Coeur.
Hey, look at us over here. Wow, we are fancy.
Here we are. Right here. To my left is a window.
Yeah.
To my left is Tony Patrico.
Yeah, hi.
And I see Jeff over here and Moon and
Energy
King
up.
Scott and
Yeah.
all the bosses and engineers. Thank you guys so much. This is wonderful.
Yeah, you guys have worked crazy hard the past few
Honestly,
few
this
weeks,
is-
months. It's amazing to see it actually here. We're here.
I know Jeff tested out the bathroom first thing this morning.
Yeah, dude, I am telling you, plush. Plush. The handicrapper is its own room. Its own room.
You could fit our old studio into one of the stalls.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly.
For sure.
And we're talking floor to ceiling door
yeah.
too.
Actually, I
mean,
may
you
just
could
move
wreck it.
into there. I may move out of the office.
We
just
walk
into there.
Jeff walks in after using the restroom and he goes, "Tone, you're gonna love the bathroom situation." He
I
goes,
literally walked in and audibly I went, when I saw it. I did, because it's its own room. The handicrapper is.
Oh, all of them are.
So
and did you
excited.
notice? I know this may not be a big deal to you guys. Did you notice that the door doesn't make noise when it opens?
I didn't.
So you could be like a ninja.
No. Well, I came out and somebody was washing his hands. I went, "Oh my goodness, somebody was in here." How cool is that?
Did you use the parallel bars to mount?
Got a little workout in.
Like in the handicap stall, you know, they got the bars on the side.
Oh yeah.
I like to.
There's judges.
I like a little flare on the
right now.
dismount.
Oh, sure. If you don't stick it, though, you're in trouble.
Did you leave an apology note?
I did. I've already sent flowers to Bernie Miklasz, so.
Yeah, everybody's been so nice.
Everybody's been great, man. It's
And
been fantastic.
we've talked to most of the morning shows already.
Yeah.
And we got breakfast for everybody. King Scott, did you?
I haven't got. You want me to go do it
Oh
now?
yeah, go.
All right.
I want you to go to every radio station
While
up and
on
down-
air.
up and down this hallway,
Alrighty,
and say,
perfect.
"Hey, breakfast courtesy of the Riz Show."
Alrighty.
Thanks for having us.
If you're saying to yourself that you probably need new tires, why don't you take the probably out of that and realize that you need new tires last week? It's a very important part of your vehicle. Tires are pretty much the base of your vehicle. It is what gets you from point A to point B. So what you need to do is go to R&R Tire Express, because if you're replacing all 4 tires, or if you've done so in the past, you understand that it is extremely expensive. So what you have to do is go to R&R Tire Express, 3 different locations in the Missouri Missouri area and Illinois, if you want to get technical about it. Page and 170, also in Fairview Heights and in Alton, Illinois, online at rnrmidwest.com. They have those affordable payment plans for you to get tires that will keep your vehicle safe. Listen, and they understand you got to get to work. You got to get your kids to school, get them to their activities. And so you want to do so in a safe vehicle. And R&R Tire Express will allow you to do that. Plus, they're very, very awesome when it comes to maintenance of those tires. Repair, replace for the life of the tires. Also offer alignments. And they have the fancy tires and wheels, too, if you do need those or want those on your vehicle. So, again, Fairview Heights, Alton, Illinois, and page 170. It's R&R Tire Express online at rnrmidwest.com.
Somebody saying to make sure you bring a fire extinguisher with you in the
Hey, I'm
bathroom.
going to start it.
Turned 98, he won the lottery, and he died the next day. It's a black fly in your Chardonnay. It's a death row pardon, 2 minutes too late. And isn't it ironic?
Don't you think?
It's like rain.
Is
All right, welcome back.
be careful out there. We all know how you like to party.
Sorry, I didn't mean to step all over him. Is that a new one?
Oh, he did a few for us.
All right, phone number 314-624-3833. That's 314-NA-DUDE or 618-398-3833. Studio cams at 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizShow at 1057thepoint.com. We'll make our real or fake picks in just a little bit. Give away some tickets later on with 3 and 5. Grab on celebrities, sports, headline news here in a moment. Man, talking about the standing or sitting during Battlehawks game. Or games. Kyle on Twitter says, watch the guy get dragged out of the section by police because I guess he got into a fight with somebody about sitting and standing. I mean, jeez.
We got an email saying that somebody was at the last game of the Blues last year where, big game. If they won, they would have won the division. And he was fortunately in the row right behind the Blues players. And last minute of the game, all the Blues players were standing up. So he stood up. The guy behind him actually took a picture of his back and said, "This is what I'm looking at right now." Called an usher. And the usher said, "Dude, stand up if you want to watch the game."
Right.
To the guy who wouldn't stand up.
Right.
So, I mean, you got to use common sense, too.
Yeah, but to get thrown out of the game because you're arguing about that, so dumb.
Silly.
So dumb.
Now you're not seeing anything.
I mean, you're that crazy about it? Okay. Man. Just relax. Everybody's got to relax, right? Relax. Be cool, man. Be cool. I know what'll help with that.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
And your news being sponsored by
White Castle, where shrimp nibblers are back on the scene at White Castle.
You know what's going to help? There's
Shrimp
now a
nibbler.
new, after this, you go get some shrimp nibblers. There's a new place to buy legal weed in Illinois. Right across the river. Now, back in January, a place called the Green Solution in Sauget was approved for adult use sales, and they just started selling to eligible buyers yesterday. They'd been just a medical marijuana dispensary before. The place is on Goose Lake Road. They're open Monday through Saturday. Closed on Sunday. You know why? For the Laird's Day.
For the Laird's Day.
For the Laird's
Yes,
Day.
of course.
Now, the only other dispensary in the area is HCI Alternatives in Collinsville. Remember them?
That's one with the lines, right?
Such a demand for the stuff out in Collinsville. They had to institute Medical Mondays where only people with medical marijuana cards could buy weed there. The lines were huge and are still huge. And they plan to open a second location later this year in Fairview Heights. So now I guess Sauget will reap the benefits from the taxing of legal weed. So that's open now. That's the Green Solution in Sauget. A former Surgeon General says that loneliness is destructive.
It's killing me.
But there are ways to address it. Loneliness?
It's killing
Are
me.
you lonely?
No, it's just a song. My loneliness
He just Britney Spears'd you.
Oh.
Oh, no, I got it.
I had a laugh over here and a smile
understand
here.
I didn't, but that doesn't mean he didn't connect and hit it out of the park.
Oh, he hit it out of the park. That was a grand
All right,
slam.
so
Guys, take
foul.
That's a hit. I was just getting a beer.
That was not a foul.
I didn't see it.
Hey, man, just because you didn't make the team doesn't mean that he didn't just hit the home run.
I'm the scorekeeper. I'm the guy with the book.
You're out scalping tickets trying to get in.
The former U.S. Surgeon General under President Obama cites research which points out that loneliness could be bad for your health. Lonely people are at a greater risk for dementia, stroke, heart disease. And he thinks that mobility and technology are driving loneliness in the country today and may manifest as irritability or frustration. However, he does propose solutions. Service is a powerful pathway of getting out of loneliness. It takes the focus off you and puts it onto something else. He also recommends contacting loved ones every day and micro moments of connection with strangers by, hey, smiling, waving hello.
It's nothing better than the parking lot. Hi, I'm lonely. Hi, I'm.
Get away from me.
Doctor says I should reach out.
Get away from me.
Shake hands with you.
I think one of the biggest things with that is people being able to learn that alone does not equate loneliness. You know what I mean? It doesn't. It's not the same thing. You have to. I think what he was talking about with technology and phones and all that, people don't know how to be alone and not lonely anymore. Like I don't know if we're raising a great crop of fishermen because they can't just sit.
Human interaction is an issue.
Okay,
because of I could reach out on Facebook and type a couple lines and I'm connecting with somebody in some way, but the human interaction is something that's.
But that's the perception of interaction. That's the perception of interacting with people. You're not actually interacting with people when you're doing that. So that's half of the technology edge to the sword, and the other one is people are so used to going, oh, I feel lonely. I'll do this false connection online and have my phone or entertained with Netflix or this or that. They're entertaining themselves to ignore the loneliness rather than realizing.
Yeah, it's almost like a hollow. Hollow.
You have to spend time alone and realize, hey, I'm good company. I'm going to think this through and everything's going to be fine. And I can walk without any sort of interruptions or human contact and still be okay being alone. You can Walt Whitman it a little bit and learn a lot about yourself. And I think that we're not really teaching our children coping skills with being alone.
Yeah.
Therefore,
without being attached to. That's why digital detox is a good thing.
Yeah.
Every once in a while we do a digital detox at the Riz house.
Why do you think every time I go in the woods, other than a four-legger, I'm by myself? I freaking love it. When I run without her and I just run myself, I love it.
Yeah, and
it's me decompressing every single day that I get to do that. That's why I'm doing it.
And people that haven't figured out those types of skills or can't cope with loneliness, I bet you when they hear you say that, it probably even gives them anxiety a little bit. Going, wow, that sounds so lonely.
Yeah,
but that's not lonely.
No,
at all.
I love it. I think it's great. And it makes me a better person when I'm around other people as well. It's the same reason why I ride the bike.
You're never by yourself when you're with yourself.
Thank you, buddy.
I just made that up.
That is good. I'll get the T-shirts going.
Bless the Lord is in your heart.
It's super true with Jeff with all the personalities running around in his head. So.
Yeah, I'm never really alone.
Hey, we're out there talking. Anybody know what the going hourly rate for a babysitter is? What's the going hourly rate for a babysitter?
I would say $23 an hour.
Oh my gosh! What? I was like, man, we're underpaying.
I'm available. Just so you know.
So I think we
you mean to babysit your kids, right?
Yeah.
All right.
We always agree to $10 an hour, I think, and we end up usually paying $15 an hour
I think
after
it's
the tip.
15 for us.
Yeah, we kind of give them extra, and it always ends up being about 15.
Yeah, I got the national average.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
and of course, it's more in New York and San Francisco and L.A. Chicago is $16 an hour.
Damn.
But the average, and this is Urban Sitter is this I guess this babysitting service website. So they released their 9th annual study about what people are paying these days for babysitters. And after surveying about 25,000 families in 25 U.S. cities, they found the average rate for babysitting one kid was $17.23 per hour. 2 kids was $20.30 an hour.
Is there anything on there as like the average time that a babysitter is on the clock?
No, I didn't see that. I'm sure that it breaks down. I just have the overall. Out of the 25 cities listed, Vegas has the cheapest hourly babysitting rate, while San Francisco has the most expensive.
Your daughters babysit at all?
Abby does every once in a while, her uncle's kids, but it also involves, and I don't know what she gets paid necessarily. It's probably more because it's family, but she also picks them up from school and things like that. She doesn't just sit there and watch them in the house, but she gets paid pretty well.
So now average is $17.73 per hour. Back when they first started this thing, it was $12.75 an hour, which means it's almost a 40% jump over the course of 8 years.
Yeah, Abby went through the like babysitting class and got some sort of certificate or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, which helps.
What do they do? Like CPR and all that stuff
I
too?
think
maybe?
so. Yeah.
Oh,
And the
really?
one thing
It was
about
quite a
babysitters I
while
do
ago.
not like is if they leave a mess in the house.
Yeah.
Like that is like, hey, dinner's in the fridge, just heat it up. And when they don't put stuff back from like the table, like if the table's still covered in plates and there's still like food stuff, like you can't rinse the friggin' plate off.
Right.
Like there's dried ketchup on here for 4 hours ago. You can't rinse the plate off.
I wonder if that's maybe just hey, there's some food in the fridge if you want, just clean up after yourself.
Or what if
it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to, but
what if it just so happened, and again, plain devil's advocate here because I agree with you there, is what if they are doing something and the kids go running off and they got to run off after them and their first initial thought is, I'm just going to toss this in the sink real quick, I'll get to it later, and they just forget.
Okay,
That's when you never hire them again.
At least the plates are in the sink.
Yeah.
At least the plates are in the sink.
I cannot imagine babysitting for somebody and eating their food after it was offered and then just leaving a mess. That makes my skin crawl.
That's happened before. I've had a babysitter clog the toilet. That was fun, too.
Said we weren't going to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did they tell you on their way out, or
No,
did you find
out
it
the
later?
next morning.
And do you know it was the babysitter and it wasn't one of your kids?
Because I asked the kids. And they said...
How'd you find out?
Because when I went to go to the bathroom the next morning, it was...
Things went in reverse?
It was already on the rim. It was already up to the rim.
So I see. You hadn't even seen the toilet, and then you go in there, and it was still there.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And again, this was a time where you 100% without question believe your kids instead of them.
My
Listen,
kids have tells.
I was a kid, and that is something that I would have easily blamed on what the babysitter did that.
Yeah, but even at 8 and 10 years old, I mean, I could tell my kids are lying.
I know you think that. There's so many studies about that, and 90% of parents think that they are confident in their ability to detect a lie. And
My
it's like
dad
a 50-50
was so
thing.
my dad was so convinced that he could tell when I was lying that even when I was on everything that I believed in telling the truth, he would think I was lying. Like, okay, so perfect example.
I was crazy pissed, and
I am 34 years old. There was one time when I was in 5th grade. I was walking after I got home from school during the winter. I was walking into the house, and I found a piece of Bazooka Joe gum in my front yard, and it was frozen, okay, because it was winter, and I picked it up. It was still in the wrapper and everything. It was from something I had in my pocket the day before. Grabbed it in the wrapper and everything, walked inside the house. I was like, it's still in the wrapper, probably good. I'm going to eat it. Opened it up, put it in my mouth. It was rock hard. I spit it in my hand, and I threw it across the kitchen because I was an idiot kid. And I threw it across the kitchen, and it hit one of the hanging blinds that were like the plastic, and it shattered it.
Mm-hmm.
And I told that exact story to my dad, and to this day, he does not believe me. And that is the God's honest truth as to what happened, because why in the hell would I make up that story?
That elaborate of a story. I don't know. I believe the kids in this case. My wife asked them to, and we had the discussion. We believe them. I don't know. And it was number 2 in the toilet, by the way.
Oh, boys.
It was.
And it looked like a babysitter too. Not a babysitty too.
By that time, I guess by the time we found it, had been hours. So whatever matter was in the toilet had broken down.
Cool. Next story. All right.
Matter. He called it.
Broke it down. Yeah, God. I could have gone without this story completely.
Let's move on to a coronavirus headline on KSDK's website. Everything we know about coronavirus in the St. Louis area. So here we go. The facts. You want the facts? Here are the facts. Nobody in Missouri has tested positive for the virus. Nobody. Good. Yes. They do say that health officials are monitoring people who may have been exposed to the coronavirus or traveled to places that put them at risk of exposure. Last Friday, health officials in the city and county confirmed there are at least 20 people who are under medical surveillance.
The hysteria has certainly hit elementary schools. My kids were talking about it all day yesterday.
Oh, yeah, my kids are aware.
They're like, oh, so how many people in Missouri have died? I was like, I don't think anybody yet.
0. In Illinois, 4 people have tested positive. All 4 are in Cook County, which is Chicago, the Chicago area. 2 of the people have already recovered. Last week, we heard about a patient in Belleville who was tested. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Oh, my God, in Belleville. It got to Belleville. Negative. Test negative. All good. Clear. In the U.S., there are 102 confirmed cases. 6 people have died, all from Washington State. Half of the people infected here involve people coming back from Wuhan, China, or from that Diamond Princess cruise ship that was quarantined in Japan. The other cases are either travel-related or represent a case of a person-to-person spread. But although, they're saying that the kids aren't really going to be affected by this because they have such strong immune systems that you won't even know they have it. About 90,000 people around the world have been infected. 3,000 have died. The World Health Organization says outbreaks in South Korea, Italy, Japan, and Iran are now the biggest concern.
And that Wuhan, that's like ground zero, right? That's where it's supposed
Wuhan.
to
Have you seen the story about the book? What's the author? Not Dean Cain.
Harry Dean Stanton.
The author.
Dean Koontz.
Dean Koontz. Thank you. Apparently there was a book that came out like 25 years ago that talked about a super virus coming out of Wuhan that would, basically sweep across the country and infect everyone and cause mass casualty.
Man, fiction has become reality. Now, coronavirus is here in the U.S., and nobody's exactly sure what to do about it, so, we're all just kind of improvising, I guess. So a new survey asked Americans if they've taken any actions to avoid getting coronavirus, and 57% have done something. 36% haven't, and 7% said, what's coronavirus? Never heard of it. So here are some of the actions people are taking. Improvising personal hygiene. Yes. Wash your hands more often. Yes, 42% said they're doing that. Avoiding crowded public places. 27% of people are doing that. Avoiding physical contact with tourists. 17% are doing that. Wearing a face mask in public. 7% are doing that. And skipping work to work from home, or I guess just not work. 3% are doing that. And not sending kids to daycare or school. 1% are doing that. Now, some confusion does persist about whether hand sanitizer can be effective against a coronavirus. And in fact, hand sanitizer can indeed work to kill it. The alcohol in it disrupts germs, the germ's outer coating. This isn't the case for all bacteria and viruses, but it is true for coronavirus. In fact, on the coronavirus protection page, the CDC recommends hand sanitizer that has at least 60% alcohol. And it's important to look because not all sanitizers contain alcohol. But, of course, hand washing is preferable if it's possible. And wash your hands for at least 20 seconds to the tune of, like, happy birthday.
There's nothing worse than telling a kid, hey, or saying to your kid, hey, man, just make sure you wash your hands after you go to the bathroom. What do you mean? Of course I do. What are you talking about? I do. Getting all defensive. That means you didn't.
Yeah. No, the kids go, want to smell my hands? No, I don't.
No, just tell me you washed them.
Soap?
That's all.
Now, with the spread of this stuff likely to only continue to pick up steam, a number of airlines are now allowing passengers to change flights for free because of concerns. So Alaska Airlines, any flight on Alaska between now and March 12th can be changed without a cancellation fee. If you cancel entirely, you'll be given a credit to use to rebook a flight anytime. American Airlines, they're only offering to waive change and cancellation fees for flights on heavily impacted areas like China, Hong Kong, South Korea. Delta offering one-time changes for customers that have flights to Italy, China, or South Korea booked. Canceled flights will result in a travel credit good for 1 year from the date of your original flight. And United Airlines, waiving change or cancellation fees for all flights between now and April 30th to Italy and China, and June 30th for South Korea. They've also actually suspended all flights to certain areas. Like you can't go to Seoul. You can't go to Singapore. Everybody just settle down, okay? Settle down. Apple has agreed to pay up to $500 million to settle claims over it intentionally slowing down older iPhones. I don't know if you remember this story from, I think it was 2017. They actually admitted to doing this. They were slowing down the old iPhones to preserve their batteries and avoid unexpected shutdowns from battery fatigue. So Apple and lawyers representing the iPhone customers agreed to the deal related to the company's 2017 admission, under which iPhone users named in the class action lawsuit will get up to $3,500 each. The rest of the money will be divided amongst owners of iPhone 6, 6S, 7, and 7E models, SE models, who meet eligibility requirements and who file claims. So I guess there's going to be something that goes out saying if you buy one of these phones, sign up to get some money. Each of those people, they're going to get about $25, but that could be reduced if a gazillion people file claims.
Gotcha, yeah.
And finally, it's hard to change a light bulb when you get a lifetime of crippling debt right in the way. According to a new survey, less than a quarter of millennials say they're good at fixing things around their house.
Less than a quarter?
Less than a quarter. And millions of millennials say they call for help to hang a picture or change a light bulb. You got to be kidding me. Now, I will admit that I'm not a handy person.
Me neither.
I'm not either. I could fake my way through it, and I could figure it out, but I am not a handy person.
Yeah, you take away YouTube, I don't know how to open a door just about.
Yeah, the wild thing is I consider myself a really good problem solver. But when it comes to down to the actual handiwork, I don't have a lot of skill when it comes to that stuff.
Just before you say that, Jeff, the average millennial says they'll go more than 3 weeks with a light bulb out before they get around to fixing it.
See, that's silly.
Just changing a light bulb from a bad one to a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
Like that, yeah, that's crazy. When it comes to changing a light bulb, that's fine. But when it comes to I'm trying to even think.
Could you change out, not put in a new one, but change out, take out an old one and put in a new ceiling fan?
I wouldn't, but I probably could figure it out. And it probably wouldn't be.
I'm the guy that can't use tools on this show, and I've done that probably 15 times.
It probably wouldn't be done properly, but I could figure it out and get it done.
The one in my kids' and Abby's room works absolutely fine, but you have to flip the switch up to turn it off and down to turn it on. Other than that, it works great. And every other ceiling fan, and we put up, I mostly put up blinds recently. So those two things I can do, but not much more.
See, I've done that. I've put up all the curtains and the curtain rods and things like that. But
can you put up wallpaper?
I could. I don't want to, but I could.
Like, couldn't you? If I say, "Here's wallpaper," you need to go to Home Depot without asking anybody, and I need you to put this up.
Well, I mean, I would go to the internet and I would say, "What do I need to put up wallpaper?" And I would get the necessary materials, and I would be able to.
Without the internet?
No,
I couldn't do it either. Could you? Without looking at the internet?
Without looking about asking anybody? Hell no. I think a lot of people would say no to that.
I think you could. I think any one of us could, because you buy wallpaper and the instructions will be on there, but it'll look like hell.
I don't know. I think if I asked my dad when he was around if he could put up wallpaper without asking anybody, he would be able to do it.
Dads can just do that for some reason.
My dad could
not
too,
these
but
dads
he's in the construction world.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done a bunch of stuff. I've tiled a couple floors. I did the wainscoting thing. I've laid flooring. I've done the walls.
No way.
I've built walls.
I'm sure
that.
if I watched a YouTube video or if somebody showed me what to do, eventually I'll be able to get it.
You know what blows is taking wallpaper off.
Yeah, that's
that
the worst.
Sucks.
My issue is every time I do it. Like I remember I tiled a bathroom floor. And I don't know if I'm bad at it or if because I tiled it, I'm the one that's always noticing all the flaws. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if it's actually that bad or if I'm only noticing how bad it is because I did it and I'm paying attention.
Yeah.
See, and that's one of the things. And it's not that they don't know how to do it or laziness. It's an issue of confidence. That's what a lot of people say. 33% say somebody else would do a better job with this.
Yeah.
So that's why they're going to get
Right.
somebody else to do it.
The outlet where my refrigerator plugs in it doesn't work. So I pulled out the refrigerator and I turned off the electricity. I just changed the outlet itself, and it still doesn't work. But so I don't think it's just
Really got to the bottom of that.
Yeah, it's not just the outlet, but that's one of those things where I go, I know exactly what I'm doing here. You know, you unscrew it and you pull it out, and then you disconnect the wires, put the new one in, and reconnect the exact same wires, but I still was shaking almost like, what's going to go wrong
You're also
here?
standing in a bucket of water.
Right. That's what they told me to do. Is that not right?
You ever done flooring at all?
No.
Yes. Did it in my bathroom.
It's so frustrating and so satisfying at the end. Well, the tile thing stressed me out.
Any
But
one of these jobs when you do it. I mean, when you paint a room, like it sucks painting.
Oh, I hate painting.
Painting sucks, but when you're done, you go, man, look at me.
Yeah.
if you did a good job. If you did a bad job, then you're like, God, I'm terrible at this even.
Could you fix a heater? No way.
No.
No.
Nor would I jeopardize my family. Yeah, some of the stuff, like painting, can't do. And this is from the survey. Fixing a loose screw. I mean, come on. Although Jeff had a righty-tighty, lefty-loosey issue a couple years ago. So
wound up not having a bike for about 2 weeks.
Tightening the hinges on a cabinet. I mean, you can't do that. You can't figure that out. But, you could play Grand Theft Auto. Fine, right? That's all right.
The important stuff.
You can play Fortnite. That's all right. All right, folks, after the break, we're going to give away some tickets. Tickets for our big summer show at Five Finger Death Punch. And who else is playing that? Papa Roach. That's happening the day after Point Fest, which we have tickets for Point Fest to give away. Saturday, May 9th, Hollywood Casino Amphitheater, Shinedown, Cypress Hill, Theory of a Dead Man, Paulo Mud, Sick Puppies, Bandflower, Dinosaur Pileup. And we have tickets to go see Kaleo Saturday night, July 25th, over at St. Louis Music Park. So the game we're playing after the break is
3 and 5.
3 and 5. If you want to play 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833, Patrico will give you a category. You name 3 things in that category within 5 seconds. 2 out of 3 categories right, you win. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. We'll play after the break. It is 7:22 on this Tuesday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
I had sex with a man for a double cheeseburger.
Again?
Yeah, every
Coming
time.
at you.
Your Point Traffic Update brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. Right now, nothing to report. All major roadways are currently clear. Right now, it looks like there's some general slowdown on the major highways, but no major issues causing any strong delays. Your Point forecast today, sunny and high is going to be around 60. Tonight, partly cloudy in the mid-40s for the low. Right now, it's 42 at the Point Studio. Point forecast brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
I tell you what, I've been in radio for a long time. And I don't know why I'm more nervous for this.
I don't know either.
For this than I think anything we've ever done.
He brought 2. You want to write Moon another
Well,
$250 check?
Now, people have eaten these before. I mean, you've seen Fear Factor. You've seen over at Six Flags.
Mm-hmm.
I think to get into Fright Fest.
Yeah, they have.
For a couple of years, you had to, like, if you ate one of these things, you got into Fright Fest for
I
free.
loved Fear Factor up until they ate gross stuff, and that's when I had to turn
Well,
the
here you
channel.
go, Jeff.
Yeah.
All right, Rich, you want to show him?
Did you hear my suggestion? 2 cockroaches, write a check for $250?
Nope.
All right.
Now,
Sorry, Moon, I tried.
where's
Thank you, I appreciate
now, Jeff,
that.
by the way, is going to put
You're my agent.
chocolate sauce on it.
Currently in the middle of training for a half marathon first week of April. And the reason why I bring that up is because if it wasn't for Victory Men's Health, victorymenshealth.com, there's no way I would have gotten in 10 miles on Sunday, which is the day after King Scott's bachelor party Saturday. And the reason why that happened is Friday, myself and Tony and King Scott went in and got ourselves some, I got a Myers cocktail and a B12 push too. But, the testosterone injections, the shots that I do every Sunday, Man, those are a huge help. But you don't have to be doing what I'm doing. You just have to be have some sort of, I don't know, drive for life. And if you don't have that anymore, it could be your testosterone that is low. And it's super, super simple to find out. You just make an appointment, victorymenshealth.com, and then you go in there and they do a blood draw for you, and then they find out if that's what it is, or, oh my gosh, it could be something you didn't even know about. If it's testosterone, they set you up on a regimen. I do shots. Everybody else, they have many, many choices. Choices are good when it comes to your body. Again, it's science and it's medicine. Go see Dr. Yablonsky. Go see the amazing staff there. Town and Country, Illinois, 2 locations for you, victorymenshealth.com. Be you again.
So Clavis has a guitar here. You want to regale us with a song?
Well, yeah, I'd like to, man. I want to do this little song here because the things are getting spooky. You know, it's getting close to Halloween time.
Mm-hmm.
And Patrico, you might be interested in this. I know you do the traffic reports around here. Well, there is a new threat out there, and I wrote a song about it to raise awareness.
Okay.
Oh, Lordy, Lordy, stuck on Highway 40 this morning. I wish someone would have told me, wish someone would have gave me a warning. I was stuck behind an old Cadillac when up popped a ghoul all dressed in black. You know he's gonna get you when the traffic jam hits you, Trafficula. That's right, it's the vampire that only comes out in traffic, Trafficula. But man alive, don't take the 405 in the evening. 'Cause when the cars all stop, that's when Trafficula comes to start feeding. And don't get out if you get a flat tire. You won't see him in the mirror 'cause he's a vampire. You know he's gonna get you when the traffic jam hits you, Trafficula. Well, if you're stuck in a jam, get out of there, man, he's gonna get you. Just set your foot on the gas and get out of there fast unless he bit you, and then you're doomed. Trafficula. Talking about Trafficula, the traffic vampire, Trafficula. It's a crazy concept, Trafficula, but it's true nonetheless. Thank you.
Oh, my God.
Something to look out for when you're driving around.
Yeah, Trafficula.
It's amazing how he's looking out for us.
Just something more to worry about, huh?
Raising awareness.
First, my iPhone turning me gay, and now Trafficula. Damn.
But that's why it's always important to tune in the morning, get the the traffic reports from you guys. And
is there any way to prevent yourself from being attacked by Trafficula?
The rules are still being figured out on Trafficula.
It's just too new.
Hey, what's up? It's Patrico and my dad, John Patrico, and we are here to teach you how to listen to 105.7 The Point using the Alexa skill. It's really actually quite easy. So easy, in fact, that I'm going to have my dad do it.
Hey, Echo.
No. That's yours is the Echo.
Oh.
This is Alexa. So you got to say.
She doesn't like me.
Just say it. We even wrote it down for you. Just look
Okay.
at that and say it and make it do it.
Okay, say download.
No, do the second thing, not the first thing.
Alexa, open 105.7 The Point.
105.7.
Hey!
Whoa! If I can do it.
It's as simple as that. If you hear the sounder, that means that you are now listening to The Point via the Alexa skill. It's super easy. To enable 105.7 The Point on your Alexa, open your Alexa app and select Skills and Games. Search for 105.7 The Point. Then click Enable to Use, and you are ready to go. You did good, man. I appreciate it. You did good.
Did you have to hit me?
So make sure you download The Point Alexa skill and listen to 105.7 The Point right on this thing, right here.
What a dumb idea this was. All right, so it's a rainy Monday afternoon, and we're at Pointer's Pizza in Richmond Heights, and we're about to do the Pointosaurus Challenge. Just walking in and seeing
I thought it was actually the tabletop.
We're idiots.
It's bigger than
idiots.
I thought it was actually
so dumb.
two top tables.
Get over there.
I mean, it looks great. The weather's getting nice. Springtime around the corner. You're going to start seeing these for sale signs pop up in front of houses. So if 2020 is here, you're going to buy a home. Stop renting. Stop renting. Buy a home. Call Kevin Putney before you call the realtor. Kevin Putney, the 123 Mortgage Team, 314-862-0123. This way, get yourself approved. Not pre-approved, approved and qualified for your home loan. First off, you know how much house you can afford. Secondly, if you find that dream home and there are multiple offers on the table, you are at the front of the line. That's why save your time, save your realtor's time. And nothing against the realtors, but the realtors are going to show you how many bathrooms there are, the square footage, you know, if the backyard is slanted or not. Get the financing taken care of first, then call the realtor and get that dream home. 314-862-0123. Interest rates are still fantastic. Kevin Putney offers every type of loan out there. He will find the loan that fits your needs. We bought our last house with Kevin Putney and refinanced it too. The whole process was simple and painless. 314-862-0123. He's online at 123mortgage.com. Kevin Putney, NMLS 260678, a division of AFN. NMLS 2373401, 10-Point Drive, Suite 330, Brand, California, 92821. Contact today, 314-862-0123. Remember when he was on the team?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just a couple years ago. 2-3 years ago. There is a Blues game tonight. Am I correct?
You are correct.
Away or home?
Away.
What are they playing?
6 p.m. puck drop.
Whoa, 6 p.m. East
Against
Coast?
the New York
Oh,
Rangers.
That's right. 6 p.m. That just made me happy.
Whoa.
That's right.
I could see that.
That is right in our wheelhouse, too.
Yep.
6 o'clock, that means the game's over by 9? Yeah. All right, going to watch the game tonight. Yeah. What's for dinner? What's for dinner tonight, Jeff? Go.
Probably kebabs.
Probably kebabs.
Probably.
Tony?
What day is it today?
Today is Tuesday.
I don't
Taco
know.
Tuesday?
No, I don't know. I'm solo style, so probably whatever I can find in the fridge.
Okay. Moon, dinner tonight.
I'm not sure. Maybe some type of tacos, burritos, that type of thing.
What's that coming out of your Speedo? What is that, Saturday Night Live? Forget that.
I don't know.
I don't know. Now that we got a Blues game tonight, it may change things. Not sure.
Did burgers last night, so.
Really? That changes what you're going to have for dinner?
Maybe I want something hockey related. I don't know.
Sushi and hockey.
Ding dongs look like
What?
pucks, you know?
No, I don't know. I'm not going to affect anything. I don't know. I'm being silly. All right, so we have tickets for our big summer show at Five Finger Death Punch. Five Finger Death Punch, Papa Roach, I Prevail, Ice Nine Kills, May 10th at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. And here's what else I'm going to do. If you win tickets, you also get a copy of Five Finger Death Punch's new record.
Sweet.
It's called F8. That's right. The day before this big summer show is Point Fest, May 9th at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. Shinedown, Cypress Hill, Theory of a Dead Man, Puddle of Mud, Sick Puppies, Bandflower, Dinosaur, Pile Up, and more. And we got tickets to go see Kaleo Saturday night, July 25th at St. Louis Music Park. Special guest Matt Mason.
Is it F8 or is it Fate? Are they big fans of the keyboard? They said, huh.
Well, it says F8, so
F10.
it's probably Fate.
F12.
It's probably Fate that I just saw as F8.
What does F8 do? Does that bring the dashboard up when you hit that on your computer?
Does it? I don't know.
F8 controls the volume here on this keyboard.
Oh, well, there you go.
I don't know.
Turn it up.
Makes sense.
Don't disrespect the boys in Five
Don't
Finger
laugh
Death
at me.
Punch.
I'm
not laughing.
Five Finger Death Punch
me.
enthusiast.
Hold on, I'm looking it up.
First of all, we weren't sure.
They may be very inspired by the keyboard.
It's so funny because
Is it Fate?
This is a little behind the scenes
we may
thing
have
here.
we have a ruling here.
When you, as soon as you said that, Moon and I
It's
both
pronounced
went.
Fate, okay.
I wonder which one it is, but we both were. Tell me if I'm wrong. We were both like, "Ooh, do we say something?" Or not?
Yeah, we got.
Says here,
No,
just
thank
let
you
her go.
for doing that. I
F8.
didn't want to look silly.
F8, pronounced Fate.
There you go.
Is the 8th studio album by the American heavy metal band Five Finger Death
Their
Punch.
last one was H8 because it was an angry record, man.
Hate.
Yeah, hate, man.
Check out a new album, Control Alt
Now I
Delete.
got it. Now I got to go back and see. Oh, their 6th album was called Got Your 6th. Got Your 6.
The 10th album is going to be ESC.
Hey, thank you for correcting me.
You're welcome, man.
I do appreciate it.
Tab.
Moving forward, I will now refer
QWERTY.
to the 8th record from Five Finger Death Punch as Fate.
Do you have the Shift EP? Man, that's so dope.
All we got here is caps locks. You either like it or get out. Everybody's just looking at their keyboard. Going,
Numlock.
what can I say? What can I say? What can I say?
10th record is Numlock.
Yeah,
Home keys.
Numlock.
Home keys.
Grr.
Our first song on here is called ASDF, followed by Semi LKJ.
You'll love their first record, Page Up.
Yeah, that
Their
single.
second album, Page Down, wasn't as great, but still had
That was
some
the
hits.
that was the double. That was the double.
Did you hear the
Page up and page down?
Did you hear the single, the ballad? It was called Home Row.
I hate you guys.
All right, now that we know the new record is called Fate, moving on.
I hope
We're going to play 3 and 5. Our phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Patrica will give you a category. You name 3 things in that category within 5 seconds. 2 out of 3 categories right, you win. Practice round with Jeff and Moon. Who's first?
You pick.
Jeff, you're first. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Jeff.
Yo.
Name 3 songs about sex that DJ Jazzy Jeff played.
Coming Closer, Doing It, and Darling Nikki.
That's at the King Scott's
Yes.
party.
I have to take your word for
With
it.
the DJ. I'll take your word for it, too.
I don't know any of those songs.
Darling Nikki by Prince, Doing It by LL Cool J, as in Lady Love.
Do it,
Cool
do
Doing
J.
it well. Okay, I know that
The
one.
other one's Blue October. I don't expect you to know that one.
I don't know the Prince stuff very well.
Okay. You know who did a good cover? That was Foo Fighters.
Yep.
Did a good cover of Darling Nikki.
Yeah.
You want to check that out in your leisure.
Well, thank you.
After listening to the new Five Finger Death Punch record called Fate. All right, Moon, here we go.
Moon.
Oh, yeah.
Name 3 subjects you rambled on about on stage on Saturday.
King Scott, how much I love Garth Brooks, how much I love Riz.
Hey, you did it. Just under the gun there.
Whew.
Good for you.
You could maybe ramble about me sometime.
I know, but you ran off too early after you said panties on stage.
I was doing paperwork after that.
Let's go to Gage. Hello, Gage.
Good morning.
Hey, Gage, let's play 3 and 5. Here we go.
Name 3 places to go get tacos.
Taco Bell, Bell Taco, and Chipotle.
Nice.
Well done.
Ooh, that's 1 right. Smarty pants. Here's number 2.
I know my tacos.
Name 3 things that are blue.
The sky, shirts, cars.
All right, you got it. You got it.
Wow.
All right, Gage, what do you want?
Well done.
I'll take Kaleo tickets.
Cleo, Saturday night, July 25th at St. Louis Music Park. Hang on 1 second. You are going. And in fact, tickets go on sale Friday at 10 a.m. Point Club pre-sale is happening Thursday at 10 a.m. All right, that's 1 winner. Congratulations, Gage.
Just to let you know, Moon was trying to question Gage's answer on question number 1 about where you can go get tacos when he said Chipotle.
I wasn't questioning. I just said, "Oh, Chipotle has tacos."
They do.
I was just saying we were just doing some verification.
They do. I think it's on the kids menu.
It's on the regular menu now.
Too? I don't
Yeah.
Oh, is that a new thing?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Learn something new.
Yeah, never have.
I knew for the kiddos you could do it. John, hello.
Good morning, Sir Riz. Happy birthday.
Thank you, John. Here we go. 3 and 5.
Name 3 Leonardo DiCaprio movies.
Catch Me If You Can, and yeah, that's all I got.
At a certain point, you're going, okay, I'll just get the next 2. After like saying one answer and you know you're not, it's like, let's just move on.
John, you got this. Next one.
Name 3 things that you throw.
Baseball, football, and a golf ball.
Yep, damn right you do.
I don't know if you're golfing correctly.
That's how I golf.
I mean, you can.
I reviewed the
you can
rules.
Technically throw it. It doesn't mean it's in the rules,
Correct,
but you could
yes.
pick it up and throw it.
Oh, there was a time back in the day when we didn't have enough people like to play baseball in the neighborhood, and we would get tennis rackets and golf balls, and literally pitch them to each other and play a baseball. Can you imagine nobody got killed by a golf ball?
I was gonna say.
Usually, when I play golf, at some point I get frustrated and drive the cart and just throw the ball onto the green.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, John. Next one. You get this right, you win.
Name 3 breakfast places.
IHOP, Denny's, and Steak and Shake.
Yeah, nice. Yep. There you go, John. What do you want?
Ooh, 5-finger death punch, sir.
You got a 5-finger death punch, big summer show with Pop Roach, and you get a copy of the new record, Fate, otherwise known as F8. All right. Ron and Bonterra. Hello, Ron.
Print screen.
Hey, what's up? Happy birthday, Riz.
Bonterra Ron on the phone. Ron.
Bonnie Ron.
Let's try this.
All right, here we go.
Name 3 types of non-chocolate candy.
We're going to go Skittles, Starburst, and Sour Punch Straws.
Yeah. Sour Punch Straws. Wow.
Deep cut.
Random.
Dude, chocolate.
Random. All right, Ron. Bonterra Ron. Here we go.
Name 3 cartoon characters.
We're going to go Wile E. Coyote, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck.
Yeah,
old school.
Bonterra Ron. Bonterra Ron, let me guess. Is it going to be 5-finger death punch?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Bonterra Ron. Hang on 1 second.
It's Ron Tear.
It's Ron Tear.
I like Bonterra Ron.
Okay. Whatever you want, boss.
That's Ron Tear. Come on, Moon. Don't let that die.
Well, he's still Ron Tear to me.
Yeah, he's still Ron Tear to me, damn it. I believe Ron Tear is a Team Riz member.
So Ron Tear to me.
All right, fine. It's Ron Tear. It's Ron Tear. Ron Tear gets a copy of the new 5-finger death punch.
Bring your ID that says
Fate,
Ron
otherwise
Tear.
known as F8.
Yeah, the tickets will be under.
Ron Tear. Christy, hello.
Hi.
Hi. She sounds nervous. Here we go.
Christy, name 3 words that rhyme with screw.
Brew, new, blue.
Yeah. Lou, yes. All right, Christy, next one.
Name 3 of the Ninja Turtles.
Raphael, Leonardo, and Shredder. No, that's wrong.
No. Shredder was their enemy.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, Shredder.
Would you have expected, except the Splinter?
No.
No, Splinter is not a turtle.
Yeah.
He's the rat.
I know he's the rat, but yeah, you could have said Michelangelo. Did you say Leonardo?
Yeah.
All right, Christy, next one. Here we go. You get this right, you win.
Name 3 country singers.
Garth Brooks. Oh, my gosh. Luke Bryant. Martina McBride.
Sorry. Time's up. Damn it. Yeah, sorry. Bryn in Richmond Heights. Hello, Bryn.
Yay.
Hey, Bryn. Here we go.
Name 3 things from the McDonald's menu.
Chicken nuggets, Big Mac, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Could have said hamburger.
I said burger, fries, soda.
He wanted to be impressive.
Yeah, he got
all right.
Deep cuts.
Next one.
Name 3 places that we went for King Scott's bachelor party.
DB's, Pops, Westport Social.
With confidence.
What would you like, sir?
Revival tickets aren't on the list, are there?
I'm sorry?
The Revivalists.
No.
Okay, Point Fest.
All right, you are going to Point Fest, sir. Hang on 1 second. Point Fest, Saturday, May 9th at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater, featuring Shinedown, Cypress Hill, Theory of a Dead Man, Puddle of Mud, Sick Puppies, Bad Flower, Dinosaur Pile-Up, and more. While supplies last, get 4 lawn or select reserve tickets for just $99 plus service fees. Congratulations to all our winners. Thank you very much. All right, it's tax season. I know, Jeff, you're getting your taxes done today, huh?
Yeah, he is.
Some people are dreading it. Some people are looking forward to a refund. Let's talk about that refund. What do you do with it? Well, if you wear glasses, contacts, reading glasses, or bifocals, this year's tax refund may be good for your eyes. It may be your ticket to clear vision. And find out with a phone call to Brenton Vision, 314-375-2020, or go to BrentonVision.com. They are the only place in Missouri that offers all 7 forms of modern vision correction. So whether you can't see up close or far away, or if you can't see, your text messages without your reading glasses on or squinting, Brenton Vision likely has a treatment that can help you out. And they have affordable payment plans too. So if you want crisp, clear vision, they will help you figure out a way to make that happen. Brenton Vision, they're amazing. 2020 is the year for clear vision. Invest in yourself, invest in your life, invest in your future. Call now, 314-375-2020, 314-375-2020, or hit up BrentonVision.com, BrentonVision.com. Make sure you mention the Riz Show when you call. All right, Jeff Burton has your Crap on Celebrities after the break. It is 7:46 on this Tuesday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
I'm a maniac and stupid, fat, and ugly.
And coming at you.
Your Point traffic update brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. The only thing to report, 2 lanes are blocked due to debris on the road westbound 44 right at 141. Your Point forecast today, sunny and high is going to be around 60. Tonight, partly cloudy in the mid-40s for the low. And right now, it is 42 at the Point studio. Point forecast brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
All right, Hefe, what do you got?
The James Lipton passed away, so someone in this room is going to take the James Lipton questionnaire. Also, Chris Matthews suddenly shuts down his hardball show. I wonder why. And is Pete Davidson making the workplace uncomfortable at SNL?
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday next in your Crap on Celebrity. Stay there.
All right, so we need to discuss strategy, right, on this. First of all, what's strategy?
So we're trying to figure out laps. I think we're doing 1 and 3 for him and 2 and 4 for me, because the competitive nature in me is going to kick in if I'm behind, and I have to set pace to somebody that's ahead of me. Now this guy was talking about doing sprints for the straightaways and then jogging for the sides. I think that's bad.
I thought that would have been like the best bet, but he says it's bad. He says
sprints will kill you. Sprints will kill me.
So, do you want to do like 2 laps in a row? Or... I think 2 laps in a row and get it over with, because, well, do we both have to do 2 laps in a row? Like, if we do 2 laps in a row, they have to do 2 laps? Whoever, because I don't see Patrico do 2 laps in a row. Yeah, so let's do 1 lap, and we'll switch on and off.
I'm out. I quit. I hate this. I'm always on a team with a defeatist attitude. Defeatist attitude? Shut up! You're really nervous about this, but you shouldn't.
You better run really fast.
Go Team Us. So, it's running a mile, and in between each lap, a beer will have to be chugged. And Sixer over here is the judge and ref, and is the final say on this entire competition. She will say go. She will also make sure that every last drop of that beer is finished before the run can start. Am I leaving anything out?
You are leaving something out. I quit.
You can't quit.
I'm out.
I don't care if the teammates, run 2 laps in a row and chug 2 beers in a row, or they stagger. It doesn't matter. Each person has to complete 2 laps and chug 2 beers. And by the way, it's about 95 degrees right now.
Yeah. It's really heavy.
And the beers are about 95 degrees as well by now.
No, I'll show you.
So glad.
Ice cold Bud Light. Okay? It's cold. It's cold.
All right, good.
It's
Let's
cold.
do this before it gets warm.
All right, so let's go.
And after drinking their first beers, the race had begun.
Go, buddy, go, buddy, go, buddy, go, buddy, go, buddy, go, buddy, go.
Is it empty, Judge? Come on, Riz. You got this.
Oh, got this. Spillage. You can take him. Spillage.
Go, baby. Go, baby.
I need you to lap that up off your mustache. That I'm worried about now, too.
Good.
Everything was going smoothly and each participant was giving it their all. But then everything changed.
He's quit.
There's no way, dude. I'm telling you. Dude, ask this big boy. I saw hyperventilating. I'm done. There's no way.
So do you officially forfeit?
Oh, hell to the yeah. There's no way, dude.
A crazy turn of events. Team Patrico Moon has retired. I think you should get a statement from the quitter.
You can call me quitter all you want, man. I gave him my all that first lap. I'm done, dude. I mean, I'm sorry to disappoint, but there's no way. There's absolutely no way. If we want to do this in a month and complete the next lap, I'm in. But there's no way. I can't feel my feet. I did immediately rip my shoes off.
And you're wearing an AC/DC shirt.
Okay.
You don't deserve to wear that shirt.
Okay.
I think we got these guys. They're gonna fall down too. We're here, buddy. You can do it.
Dude, I don't think you realize.
I realize.
Ask him. I was hyperventilating over there.
Doing that bad.
Just let me take my punishment and let me just sit here and have everybody call me a wuss. I'm used to that. It's fine. They won. Okay? Listen. Listen to me. Listen to me. They won.
No.
Moon, if you don't stop with the yelling, they won, but I'm going to complete it. I'm going to walk. I'm going to take my time.
You're unnecessarily doing this.
It's my turn to chug, so.
I'm quitting.
Either am I. I just said that.
You have fourth lap.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. I think now he's just showing off.
He is. He's just, listen. I'm sorry to disappoint.
Team Riz and Team Burton.
Congratulations. Listen, I take full responsibility. I'm disappointed in myself, but I literally cannot do it. I cannot do it. There was nothing I could have changed. I mean, besides losing 150 pounds, there's nothing I could have changed.
So next on the docket is Jeff Burton's sexy calendar from the competition, well, 2 competitions ago. Remember, it was the sexy calendar shoot. Calendar is complete, and you could buy it for the first time Friday at the Hot Shots, Manchester. $10. Jeff will be down there. He'll sign it if you like.
Yes, he will.
And for the first time, we're going to see it right now.
My God. Oh, my God.
These things have been in boxes for about a week now, sealed up.
Yep.
We haven't seen these before. Oh, I can't wait.
The best description I can... Are we doing this now or are we doing our new picks now?
We're going to see them now.
Okay. The best description I can tell you is each month, if you just think about it, each month of a calendar has a certain theme or a holiday or something, and that's what we went with each one. So, like, February would have some sort of Valentine theme. March would have a St. Patrick's theme, that sort of thing.
And by the way, if you can't make it out on Friday, there will be another opportunity for you to grab a calendar. We'll give you those details as soon as they become, solvable. Let's see the cover.
Oh my God!
Right. Here's the cover of Jeff Burton's real or fake punishment calendar. Looking good.
All right, nice.
Nice little cover. All right, Jeff Burton's real or fake punishment. There it is.
Yeah. What is the?
Check out mentalityhealth.com. This is for anybody, ladies. If you have a guy that he's a really good guy, but makes excuses here and there for having lower energy or not taking care of himself. That's the common thing a lot of times with us is, we're like, I feel fine, I'm good enough, and, I'll bounce back. But stop making excuses. Guys, get in there, get over yourself, get into Mentality Health, and just talk to them. Find out exactly what's happening. It's very easy. You talk to the board-certified physicians, and you're going to notice right when you walk in that this is it's not a doctor's office like you're used to. You're going to see some whiskey over here and guys walking out with smiles because no matter what's going on, they are leaving Mentality at 100%. Focused. Concentration is better. Living life to the fullest and at 100% because life is a competition and they have that edge. So stop making excuses. Check out some of the testimonials that I'm talking about on the website, Mentality Health. Now, they specialize in testosterone replacement therapy, and if you qualify for that because you got low T, well, perfect. You're in the right place. But anything may be going on that's showing symptoms or not. And you're going to see the testimonials are guys just like you and me, and even former pro athletes, former NFL guys, NBA guys, top-class athletes that Mentality is helping get back to 100%. No matter what's going on, they're going to find out very simply and discuss it with you. If you have some questions about what low T is, what free testosterone is, or any of that kind of stuff, or what symptoms may be showing or may not be showing, you're going to get all that information right there as well. Talk to them. South County and the West County location make it easy for you. I go to the West County location. Just get into one of them and then stop making excuses for yourself. Mentalityhealth.com.
All right, so we need to discuss strategy, right, on this. First of all, what's strategy?
So we're trying to figure out laps. I think we're doing 1 and 3 for him and 2 and 4 for me, because the competitive nature in me is going to kick in if I'm behind, and I have to set pace to somebody that's ahead.
You guys know puppetry of the penis?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those Aussie guys.
Yeah,
been around for a long time.
Been around for 20 years. Yeah. 20 years. 2 Australian guys started this kind of performance art show called Puppetry of the Penis. They stand on stage and in front of mostly, female crowds and contort their junk into different shapes that resemble things.
That's actually where Moon and I met, I think, right?
Yeah.
Tryouts?
Yeah. Well, no, it was after trials. We were both front row.
I believe I had them in the studio once.
That sounds really... I know they were in a building that I was broadcasting from at one point.
You believe you had them in the studio?
I might have too.
You just wouldn't recognize their faces.
It was interesting, to say the least. They were performing around here. I think I had them in the studio.
Yeah.
I remember seeing them do the cheeseburger. Was one of their...
The names
I believe that's what it was called. The cheeseburger is what one of the moves they did in studio was.
Yeah.
But yeah, these guys, puppetry the penis, they contort their junk in different shapes. I remember the sailboat. Sailboat was one.
The swan, impressive.
A bird, or here's a snail.
Yeah, flying squirrel.
So last Wednesday there was an accident.
Oh no!
There was a terrible accident, and one of them is on the DL for at least a week.
They looking for a stand-in?
Que desastre.
So David Friend is one of the co-founders of the group, and he was performing his signature trick, the bulldog. And he plopped down on a woman's lap. Okay? He sat directly on a corkscrew in the woman's pocket. I guess she had just been to a winery. And the corkscrew got him. Threw her pocket into his...
Oh, boy.
They said his testicles turned a deep shade of purple.
I don't know.
I'm turning purple for him.
Mm-hmm. And he was advised to give up his act for at least a week. Poor guy. Of all the laps to sit on, huh?
Man. Why did she have a... I guess...
Again, she had just gone to a winery, and I guess that was a souvenir. She had it in her pocket.
Ugh.
And he, I guess, plopped down on her lap. There's no video of it.
Mid-bulldog, too.
Mid-bulldog.
Yeah. And kills a party like getting
right in the bulldog, huh?
During that, yeah.
And that's a signature move, huh?
Yeah, it is. I didn't make the team because all I could do was the electric eel. That's pretty much all I got.
Yeah. I got a wristwatch here and there. That's about all.
You ever hear Nick Swartzen bit about the wristwatch?
No.
I guess he could do that with the wristwatch, put it around his wrist and pretend it's a watch. So I guess he was doing that somewhere and showed a woman, and the woman's boyfriend got all pissed. And the boyfriend was like, wait, you could do that with... It's that big? Huh, impressed. It's funnier when he says it. But you ever see like a baseball player get hit in the head with a pitch, and then he's kind of skittish?
Yeah.
The next couple at bats? Mm-hmm. Is that going to happen to this guy when he's doing the bulldog? Going to be skittish?
You can't bulldog scared. You just can't.
Nope.
Can you imagine the yelp he let out?
Oh,
doing
man.
that? Just, Time out.
Today is March 3rd. Back in the day, 157 years ago, 1863, Congress passed the first wartime draft in U.S. history, the Conscription Act. It was during the Civil War, called upon all men between 20 and 45. You had to serve. 145 years ago, 1875, the first indoor game of hockey was played in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. It was just a casual game of 9 versus 9. 9v9, first indoor game of hockey. 133 years ago, 1887, Helen Keller met her miracle worker teacher, Ann Sullivan. Helen was 6, had been blind and deaf since before she turned 2. 97 years ago, 1923, Time magazine began publication. 89 years ago, 1931, the Star Spangled Banner officially became the national anthem of the United States. 34 years ago, 1986, Metallica released their third album, Master of Puppets. And 29 years ago, 1991, Rodney King was severely beaten by Los Angeles police officers in a scene captured on amateur video. And that's what happened back in the day, March 3rd. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
It is brought to you by Amco Ranger, protecting people and property from pests since 1965. Inside the Actors Studio host James Lipton passed away.
He was old.
Yeah, and he also had bladder cancer. 93 years old, wasn't a celebrity until his late 60s when he launched Inside the Actors Studio. If you're not familiar with this program, it is a guy, James Lipton, would sit on a stage with a big actor, and he would interview them and talk about a life of acting in front of
his students.
Acting students.
Yeah.
And his one of the things that I read about him this morning was there's only, I think he said, one student who graduated and then came back and was a guest.
I know who it is, Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper. That was a pretty good one to come back. So some of my favorites, oh my gosh, what's his name? Mike Myers was fantastic on there. Robin Williams, I think, is the best ever on there because he starts talking about improv and goes down and gets a shawl or a scarf or something from a lady and does like 9 minutes of tears. So funny, you got tears coming out of your eyes.
Yeah, James Lipton used to sit up there with the index cards.
Yeah.
And read the questions off the index cards.
Yeah, and then Will Ferrell obviously did him a lot on SNL, and this is one of them right here.
Will Ferrell was great as James Lipton.
We will conclude our evening with the questionnaire invented by the great Bernard Pivot of Apostrophe, which has been asked of some of the finest minds of the 20th century. What profession, other than yours, would you like to attempt?
A knife maker.
What profession would you absolutely not like to participate in?
I wouldn't want to burn monkeys.
Nor they you.
Nor they you.
And finally, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive?
Hey, Drew Barrymore, you have treated people with such care, tender care and kindness. You smell like flowers.
That was Kate Hudson being Drew Barrymore. So, can I ask you the 10 questions of the questionnaire?
Oh, these are the James Lipton 10
these
questions?
These are that he got from Pivot. And they're slightly different. But you've seen the show before, right?
Yeah,
so it's kind of, I'm not saying rapid fire, but don't think about it a whole lot.
Okay.
Okay. What's your favorite word?
Ubiquitous.
What is your least favorite word?
Moist.
What turns you on?
A good meal.
What turns you off?
Bad table manners.
What sound or noise do you love?
Birds chirping.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Somebody eating.
What is your favorite curse word?
Oh, the F word, without a doubt. It's so versatile, isn't it?
It really
you
is.
could use it really in any situation.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
PA announcer for a major sporting team.
What profession would you like not to do?
I could never be like an ambulance driver or, a paramedic.
Okay.
I cannot handle gore.
Last one. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Hey!
No, I like them to say, yes, your name is on the list. Come on in. It's fine. MSNBC's Hardball host, Chris Matthews, has gotten in a little bit of hot water recently, and he decides, as of last night's show, I don't know who all knew about this, he announced he was retiring, effective immediately.
Let me start with my headline tonight. I'm retiring. After conversation with MSNBC, I decided tonight will be my last hardball, so let me tell you why. A lot of it has to do with how we talk to each other. Compliments on a woman's appearance that some men, including me, might have once incorrectly thought were okay. Were never okay. Not then and certainly not today. And for making such comments in the past, I'm sorry.
Chris Matthews is always the guy that has like the white kind of spittle on the sides of his mouth.
I think it's because the corners go down, so it just runs down to the corner.
You know
I'm
what
not
I mean?
really sure.
Well, there was an article in GQ magazine from a woman who in the past had written about an older news anchor who had said some inappropriate things to her, and then I guess somebody else accused Chris Matthews of saying inappropriate things. And then the GQ writer was like, well, it's Chris Matthews I was talking about.
Yeah, this person says, among other things, that Matthews said things like, why haven't you fallen in love yet? And other, quote, gross and inappropriate comments. So, and if you notice, during his goodbye, he said this is his last hardball on this particular station.
And the writer admits that it doesn't cross the line of legal sexual harassment, but it made her uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it made her not able to do her job as a talking head on cable news. So.
Yeah, since 1994. So
Chris Matthews. Okay.
And
bye for now.
Will the same thing be happening with Timothy Hutton? Because a woman has accused the actor of raping her in Vancouver hotel room 1983 when she was 14 years old.
So Timothy Hutton, I know the name, could not tell you anything this guy was in.
Ordinary People won an Oscar for that, and that was 1980.
Yeah.
Let's see, Falcon and the Snowman, Taps, Secret Window, Haunting of Hill House on Netflix.
That's what most people will know him from nowadays.
And and he was on a show on Fox called Almost Family, but it was canceled as of yesterday. Yeah,
he was the present-day dad.
Timothy Hutton.
Not the flashback dad on Haunting of Hill House. He was the today dad.
So this girl is saying, or this lady is saying, 14 years old, she was partying with him and some of his friends. They take it to the hotel room. She says, I don't want to do this. And according to her, they did it anyway.
Is he related to Lauren Hutton?
Not that I've ever heard of, but who knows? So this happened. Lauren Hutton. She's an actress. This happened 34 years ago, and supposedly she reached out and said, here's how much money I want, and he said no, so now she's suing. So that's the leg that he is standing on right now.
No relation.
Keeping those hits coming, Woody Allen's memoir, Apropos of Nothing, is coming out in first week of April. And the book, once considered completely unpublishable because of him and the #MeToo era, is described as, quote, a comprehensive account of his life, both personal and professional, films, theater, television, nightclubs, print, all of that. And he will be doing a media tour to do interviews after this book comes out. So can you even imagine how those interviews are going to go?
Well, let's book Woody Allen.
All right.
Okay.
2 first names.
Recall with me, if you will, just a few days ago when Pete Davidson decided to rip his job and everybody in the cast in SNL.
But like, I'm cold open political punchlines. I'm like Weekend Update jokes. When I'm not there, like they'll be like, but Pete's a jerk face. And you're like, whose side are you on? They think I'm dumb. Like, I'm literally painted out to be like this big dumb idiot. Like, even all my sketches are just me being like, okay, sure.
And he was on it with Mulaney. I saw the sushi.
John Mulaney?
Was it gas station sushi or whatever, the sushi skit? It was fantastic.
The dude
and they're close, right? Him and Mulaney are close from what I've read.
The dude is talented and he's funny. He just needs an agent to go, hey man, you're only going to get X amount of years out of this time, and this is where you've landed in the public perception. Just write it.
Also,
brother.
don't piss everybody off.
That's what I'm saying. Just write it. If you're known as the dumb guy, just play it. Play it for a little bit.
There's a video making the rounds.
It doesn't make you dumb.
Of him giving a tour of his apartment.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he lives with his mother. Yeah. Like his mom lives above, and he lives in an apartment underneath the house. And man, it's a sweet place. Yeah. And it's a really funny tour that he gives.
Does he say something about here's the bed where I'm the only one who sleeps there or something like that? Because I live with my mom. Yeah. So the reason why I bring this up, they have an after party after the show every week, and everybody was there except for Pete. Mulaney was there, Harry Styles, Chris Rock, Larry David, Jake Gyllenhaal, Fred Armisen. Everybody was there, even Lorne Michaels, and Pete just didn't show up. So
oh man,
they ain't going to help his case.
I feel bad for the guy because I think he's just in that era that most of us are when we're that age and we want to be taken seriously and we don't realize that it's just not that important.
I believe he's going to be in a new Judd Apatow movie as like one of the stars. So I think he's maybe looking to be a movie star, not a TV person.
So that'll be his shot to be like, okay, if you think you can do this, here's your shot, right? Yeah. Tony, I know you've been hounding me about this, the street date for Lady Gaga's new record. It's April the 10th. It is her 6th album. It's going to be called Chromatica, and she dropped a new single recently called Stupid Love. And this is it right here.
Here it is.
Pretty good, right? Mm-hmm. It's a little bit longer than I thought. First album
Lady Gaga.
Since 2016. So
I think this is the first time she's worked with Max Martin, which is pretty cool.
I was going to mention that, but thanks a lot.
I'm sorry.
Max Martin B.
Certainly was not.
Max Martin is like, He's a Scandinavian old metalhead dude that is responsible for damn near 50% of every pop song you've sang for the last 20 years.
Like, look up, give me 5 Max Martin songs that John Q. Public would know.
Max Martin is pretty much responsible for every Britney Spears hit. Let me see.
All right, I know her.
You want 5? Give me 5 big Max Martin songs.
Max Martin. Let's see. We'll start at 99. Baby, one more time. Britney Spears.
That one, yeah.
It's Gonna Be Me. NSYNC. I Kissed a Girl, Katy Perry. So What, Pink. My Life Would Suck Without You, Kelly Clarkson. 3, Britney Spears. California Girls from Katy Perry. Teenage Dream, Katy Perry. Raise Your Glass, Pink. Hold It Against Me, Britney Spears. E.T., Kanye West, and Katy Perry. Every Katy Perry song, essentially. One More Night, Maroon 5. Going down, Bad Blood, Taylor Swift. Can't Feel My Face, The Weeknd. Can't Stop the Feeling, Justin Timberlake. Wow. I mean, those are just...
Big deal. He's working with all these big stars. Anybody can do that.
That's just a list of 22.
Also, Charlie Daniels, Devil Went Down to Georgia. Crazy, huh?
That's just a list of 22 #1 singles. But the dude is responsible for...
Well,
how about that with his resume? Bragging.
I don't know why, but they thought Harrison Ford, who's, what, 100? 80, something like that, 80 something like that, and a fake-looking CGI dog would be box office gold. For some reason, that didn't work out in Call of the Wild, and it is on track to lose about $50 million. And part of the problem is the dog, and not just because the dog looked fake. It's because it's a CGI dog that threw the budget over $125 million. Like, the CGI is the reason why they spent so much money, and the CGI is the reason why it's not making it.
Did it get bad reviews?
I thought we said that it was not great.
I thought it was like middle of the road, like not terrible.
And hey, but it's losing all kinds of money. But PETA's happy that didn't use a real dog, so PETA's happy.
Good.
So
62% critics, 90% audience.
Oh, that's good.
Good.
That's good. Yeah.
Tony, if you will pull this up for the screen for everybody, Ashley Graham, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, a couple, 2-3 days ago, the plus-size model who just had a baby. Congratulations, you're awesome. You made a life. That is an amazing thing.
Yeah, she's the first person to have a baby, right?
She may be the first person to change her baby's dirty diaper in the middle of the aisle at a Staples, and, oh, by the way, take a picture of it and put it up on social media. Like, literally, the baby's naked butt is there on the floor at the Staples, and she's changing a dirty diaper. Look at that.
There's no bathroom there?
Yeah, Staples is known for not having bathrooms.
Is that true?
No. Right there, right in front of the magic markers, you got to drop your baby on the ground and change its dirty diaper.
Take a picture of it, too.
And have somebody take a picture of it, too.
Man, that's interesting. Usually, I mean, that's happened to all of us, and we do it in the car.
In the car. Like, open up the trunk.
Yeah.
And just leave the baby in there, right? And just
and
take it to the car wash. No, you pop open. I mean, I don't know how many times we got to do that.
You pop open the baby thing, right?
You pop open, the trunk of the car. The baby's laying in the thing. You open up the.
Let's be clear. Pull over first.
Right, you have all the changing pad, the travel changing pad, and we've all been there.
Yeah. Or just throw the baby on the ground in the middle of Staples.
Wherever you are, right? That's what you're supposed to do. Wherever you are, just put the baby on the floor and just change the diaper there.
Yeah. I have a list from USA.
All I want is, paper. That's it.
Why do these Staples smell like poop?
But she's the kind of chick that if somebody complains, she got, "That's my baby."
Right. You said I can't do that as a woman?
You know that, right?
Yeah, as a human, you're not supposed to do that.
This is a picture of her waiting for somebody to give her crap for it.
Yeah.
I'm not falling for it, Ashley.
All right, I think I have one on this list, and see where you guys are on this. USA Today put out a list, and I got the top 10 of the best. I'm sorry, 2 of them I've seen. The best shows to debut so far this year.
Ooh, I don't even know what's
That's the thing. I don't know how many of these guys you have watched or not.
What's the one show that you're trying to get me to watch?
The Outsider.
The Outsider.
That's not, and again, this is just the top 10. Number 6 is
watch that.
Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
Great show.
Right? Wow. I agree.
It's awesome.
It's weird to wrap your brain around in the first or second episode, but after that, I dig it.
I hate to say it. I like musicals.
Yeah,
I bet I would like Glee because I love this show.
And you know what they say? Remember, one of the notorious failures of a show was Cop Rock. Remember where everyone
Oh my gosh! And there was somebody huge behind that too.
Stephen Bochco.
Okay, yeah.
Where if that were out now, it would. crush.
Yeah, probably.
Because it's a musical.
I guarantee you I would like Glee because that's essentially what this show is. She walks around and all of a sudden she hears, so Moon, let's say, you know, you're having a bad day and we're here at work. All of a sudden I would look at you and even though externally you're going, I'm fine, inside of your brain and what I see would be you performing Fred Durst, Limp Bizkit break stuff.
Dope.
And everybody around you does it.
Cool.
Like I said, it's weird to wrap your brain around it, but once you watch it, it's endearing. I don't know if
It's
that's
awesome.
the right word or not.
And the people in it are super talented and super entertaining. Don't care.
So
I like musicals, bruh.
Are these shows that have just debuted in 2020 since January 1st
this
or in the
season.
last year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
whatever
Well,
this
how about
season is.
Watchmen?
No.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not okay with this. That's from the Stranger Things people, I believe, and it's
That
on
looks
Netflix.
cool.
Yeah, it does. I watched like the trailer of it.
What
It
is
looks
that? Is
pretty
that with the
good.
kid?
Yes. Yeah, it's with a teen, and things are moving. I know that. It's very, very Stranger
if my
Things.
son is watching that.
I don't think so.
Is it? He's watching something new. I don't know.
I think
I should probably be more of a parent and be mindful of what he's watching.
You remember his name, right? He still lives with you, right?
He's the boy, right? Yeah.
I love how that just unfolded in front of everyone.
Just a little. McMillions on
that's
HBO.
great,
You guys
yes.
have talked about. Are you have
McMillions,
talked
I'm
about
watching that, yeah.
Little America on Apple TV Plus.
Don't know
Sweet
that one.
and simple collection of real life snapshots of immigrant life in the U.S. Star Trek Picard, CBS All Access.
No.
That is.
Not yet.
Everything's going to be okay.
It's Star Trek with
Sure.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard is back.
So
With
Patrick Stewart is
yeah.
doing it?
Mhm.
By the way, I am not okay with this as mature. Like, it's
Then
TVMA.
he's probably not watching that. Yeah.
I do love how you had to say probably.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be okay on Freeform. Anybody?
Don't know.
Nah.
what this is.
No. Apple TV Plus has Mythic Quest,
Nah.
Raven's Banquet.
Nope.
It's from the people from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, if that matters to you.
With
Charlie Day, Glenn Howerton, and yep,
yeah, the other guy, not Charlie Day. Who's the other guy?
Glenn Howerton.
Yeah, he's got a new
Or
show. Is
Jimmy
that what
Knight.
that? Is that what that's called?
This is about the video game industry.
Yes,
so.
it's the other guy,
Not Glenn Howerton, not Charlie Day. It's
Jimmy Knight.
the one who was married to.
It's Mac in the show, but I
Right.
don't know his real damn name.
He's married to
Sweet
Caitlin
D.
Olsen.
Tommy
Yeah.
Dawn.
No, Rob McElraney
That's
or
it.
whatever.
That's his new show. Okay, that's listed as good. And what's that
Yeah,
on?
that's number 3. That's Apple TV
I'll
Plus.
watch that because I think that guy's funny.
This one's my favorite of the new year that I've actually seen is High Fidelity. I think it's fantastic. It's on Hulu.
Oh, is
That's
that with the female now?
Yeah, this was Zoe Kravitz, took over the John Cusack role of owning a record store, and she just got out of a long-term relationship, and she's taking inventory of all her relationships, basically. And I think it's fantastic. And number 1 here is Netflix. It's Cheer, the cheerleading
Cheer,
documentary as well. So, yeah.
Crappy birthdays. Camellia. How was it?
Camilla
Cabello. She is 23. Jessica Biel, 38. David Faustino is 46.
Bud Bundy.
Julie Bowen. Or is it Bowen?
Bowen. I think it's Bowen.
I think it may be Bowen from Modern Family.
I went to the internet and I've heard it pronounced both ways.
I just realized. I think David Faustino is our favorite. I mean, is our first guest.
No.
No, our first guest was Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah. Okay. Besides Lou Ferrigno.
And it wouldn't be our first guest.
You just let him finish.
I'm sorry. I don't know
Non-wrestling.
why. In my head, you know what?
Non-Hulk. He's our first
Never
non-Hulk
mind.
guest.
Yeah, I guess Lou was our first.
He's our first guest that didn't play the Hulk.
The way that just
It was
unfolded.
booked differently, so in my head it's categorized differently, and it's not worth explaining.
I
so
think
I'll
that's
just
our
give it up.
first guest. Now,
I
Lou
know what you're
Ferrigno
saying.
is.
Yeah,
besides Lou.
you know what I'm.
I
You
know
know
exactly
what I mean,
what
Jeff.
you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, like he's.
Tone Loke is 54. Jackie Joyner Kersey is 58. And today's Burton birthday of the day. When it's someone's birthday, it's polite to pick up the phone and give them a call to wish them a happy birthday. Well, if it wasn't for this fella, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Alexander Graham Bell?
Yep, he would have been 173 years old today. Today's
If
porno.
he just hadn't had too many birthdays.
Yep. Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's Where Fun and Fantasy Meet, is Flick Shagwell. Today's birthday girl has been passed around more than the coronavirus on a cruise ship full of infected swingers in 367 fine films, including The Anal Team, She's a Barfly, They Are Making Me Do Things, Big Old Fake Boobs, Liquid Gold, Locked Up Lesbian Fights, and who can forget her unforgettable role in Please Don't Hide It, Just Divide It. Flick Shagwell is 41 years old. That is your porno birthday, your crabby birthday, and that is your crap on celebrities.
All right, we'll get to your emails and mic drops next. It is 8:19 on this Tuesday. Now to look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
Do all of us a favor and go have a heart attack, you little rat-faced bitch.
Coming at you.
Your point traffic update brought to you by Ryan Kelly, thehomeloanexpert.com. Left lane blocked due to an accident. Eastbound 64 at Timberlake Manor. Also 2 lanes blocked due to debris on the road. Westbound 44 at 141. Point forecast today, sunny and highs are going to be around 60. Tonight, partly cloudy in the mid-40s for the low. And right now, it is 46 at the Point Studio. Point forecast brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
Hello. I'm Lefty Borton, here for you, your Valentine's 2016 holiday dating tips. Number 1, fireplaces are great, but don't get too close. Human hair is flammable. Tip number 2, a bearskin rug is romantic. Go with something dark. It'll hide most of the stains. Alcohol is key. Always check for an ID. If you don't know, the judge will tell you. Tip number 4, trash bags should always be within reach. I'm fine. I have mine within reach all the time. We're not going to get to all of them. I haven't even gotten to the clamps yet.
So over at Victory Men's Health, there's a bunch of stuff that you can take advantage of. Okay, for me, it was I just was trying to get healthy. So Jeff Burton says to me, listen, man, just go and have them run your blood work. See what they can do for you. And for me, it was low testosterone issues, vitamin D depleted, and there were some other vitamin issues that I had some concerns with. They put me on a plan designed specifically for me. Now here I am, almost a full year and a half later after going to see Victory Men's Health, and I feel absolutely amazing. I feel incredible. This is the best I've ever felt. I'm finally feeling like the person I should be feeling. Alike, and it's great because they've given me this plan, and not only did they give me that plan, but they also then checked up on me. Okay, we'd had a little bit of a checkup, and now I've had a few adjustments, and now my numbers are even increasing more, which is great. They can do the same for you. They gave Jeff his own plan. They're giving King Scott his own plan. Now, if you want to have a little bit more energy, or maybe you have a big event coming up and you want to take advantage of the IV drops, they've got you there too. Erectile dysfunction? Don't be ashamed. Ladies and gentlemen, they can help you out, which is absolutely amazing. And I say ladies and gentlemen because sometimes, ladies, you need to give that shove to your guy and say, hey, go get this checked out. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Send them to Victory Men's Health. O'Fallon, Illinois is their OG location. You can check them out there. Town and Country is their brand new location. Get all the information and find out the address by going online, victorymenshealth.com. It's Victory Men's Health. Be you again.
And now, a heartfelt message from Tony Patrico. And that was a heartfelt message from Tony Patrico.
One, but that's just me. Okay.
Riz, so I've actually got 15 here, but I figured we'd do an example or two. So here's a perfect example. Okay. True or false? Sex can make a man's penis shrink. True or false?
I'm going to say anything possibly could, so true.
One right. Doesn't count, though.
That'd be it.
Dang it.
Okay, let's play for real.
All right.
Let's play for real. Jeff, you going to keep score?
Yeah, sure, man. You want me to keep track of the ones he gets right?
Should I get a lifeline?
Yeah,
You both.
wrong.
Moon's your life. You got one lifeline from Moon.
Oh, boy.
You still read Cosmopolitan? This better be good. All right.
Here we go.
Only the cover.
Okay.
Scott, what is the size of the average erect penis? A, 5.5 to 6.2 inches. B, 6.9 to 8.4 inches, or C, 9.2 to 11 inches?
I'll go with A.
So 5.5 to 6.2 inches.
Nice. Nicely
Great job.
done.
You're on the board.
And
On
thank
the board.
goodness. Great news, right?
Yeah, great news.
Great news. All right, Scott, how common is it for men to complete the race early?
Wait a second. Before we go on, how many does he have correct, Jeff?
Thank you, Moon. 1.
I thought when I said you're on the board, I thought that would, okay. My apologies.
He's the
My apologies.
scorekeeper.
I didn't go to scorekeeper school to
I
mail
see you
it in.
furiously writing.
Yes.
Scott, again,
Yes.
how common is it for men to complete the race early? 5 to 10% of men of all ages, 20 to 30%, or 50 to 65%?
How common is it for men to complete the race early?
I'll say B.
You're saying 20 to 30% of men of all ages?
Yeah. That's
Jeff?
great. You're on the board.
Yeah.
Let's get a score update.
We got 2 right, 0 wrong.
Oh, my goodness. Thanks,
Okay.
good.
All right, Scott, how many times a year does the average American couple have sex? 32, 66, or 89?
Go with C.
You're saying 89?
Yes.
Okay.
That's wrong. That's good.
66 is the correct answer. Jeff.
We got 2 on the upside, 1 on the downside.
Next.
Okay.
Scott, true or false? Most women under the age of 60 think about sex less than once a day. Again, I'll read that again. True or false? Most women under the age of 60 think about sex less than once a day.
I'm going to say false.
Ooh, that is true. You women got to get your minds in the gutter.
Yes, please.
I thought we just had an article that
Join
said
us.
they.
Men, that was men.
I think you're right.
Yeah, we just had an
I think
article
that-
last
I
week that
think
said
that's
men
wrong.
and women think about sex the same amount of time.
I think that's wrong. This wouldn't be the first time I argued with
Okay.
Patrico, though.
All right, go on. Yeah, we just talked about
I just got it
last
from a sex quiz, brah.
I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing you.
What is the average number of sexual partners for women? 7.5, 9.5, 12.5.
I'll go 7.5.
Nice. Nice.
That was question 5, right?
1, 2, 3.
Yes,
4.
Jeff.
Jeff, you're supposed to be keeping track.
I am, but my grid got messed up.
Grid? What are you spreadsheeting this?
Does have a
Yes,
very
I'm
weird-
using everything that I learned at scorekeeper school.
How many right?
3 right, 2 wrong.
Okay.
That's good.
Next.
All right, Scott, true or false? Statistically, now follow me here. Statistically, rich women are more likely to have the UPS driver deliver the packages not to their front door. Do you get what I'm putting down here? All right, true or false? Statistically, rich women are more likely to have the UPS driver deliver the packages not to the front door.
Oh, man. I'm going to go with my lifeline here. He's an expert.
I'm going to say that's false. Say what?
Rich women, yes.
That don't
Rich
make no
women.
sense.
They usually go with FedEx.
Scott, don't let this affect your ego. This quiz is a little faulty.
Okay, thank
A
you.
little faulty.
Just a little.
How can I prove that otherwise?
Go with the
know.
dildo
Yeah,
question. next.
exactly.
Okay.
That is the best sentence ever.
Go with the dildo
So
question.
casually, too. Hey, go with the dildo question. Hey, Scott, how old is the world's oldest dildo? 500 years old?
Credit jail. What is credit jail? You got bad credit, so you don't think you could buy anything. Or you need a car, you need a vehicle to get to and from work or wherever. But you're in credit jail. I can't possibly get a new ride. That's not true. Franklin Automotive Outlet in Bridgeton, South County, Franklin Mitsubishi in Bridgeton, home of the Dime Down program. They'll work with every customer over there, Franklin, to get you in a vehicle for just $1 down. Guaranteed credit approval, credit amnesty. There is no such thing as credit jail with Franklin. Guaranteed credit approval no matter what your current credit situation is. You see, they use specific lenders, help people with different credit challenges. They're completely designed around helping people rebuild and establish credit. So let's say you're in the middle of a bankruptcy. Bad credit, good credit, little or no credit, job layoff, divorce, medical debt, credit card debt, whatever it is. They understand bad things happen to good people. Not going to judge you. They're going to help you get the transportation you need and deserve, get you in a new vehicle in a timely manner to get you back to your life. The Franklin Automotive Outlet in Bridgeton, South County, Franklin Mitsubishi in Bridgeton. Guaranteed credit approval, $1 down, good credit, bad credit, no credit, don't matter. Invest in yourself and become part of the Franklita family, and you get a lifetime warranty on those new Mitsubishis. Hit up yeslita.com. That's yesleta.com. Franklita Automotive Outlet, Bridgeton, South County. Franklita Mitsubishi in Bridgeton. On one, but that's just me. Okay.
All right, Riz, so I've actually got 15 here, but I figured we'd do an example or two. So here's a perfect example. Okay. True or false? Sex can make a man's penis shrink. True or false?
I'm going to say anything possibly could, so true.
One right. Doesn't count, though.
That'd be it.
Dang it.
Okay, let's play for real.
All right.
Let's play for real. Jeff, you going to keep score?
Yeah, sure, man. You want me to keep track of the ones he gets right?
How much?
Should I get a lifeline?
Yeah.
You both.
Wrong.
Moon's your life. You got one lifeline from Moon.
Oh, boy.
You still read Cosmopolitan? This better be good. All right.
Here we go.
Only the cover.
Okay.
Scott, what is the size of the average erect penis? A, 5.5 to 6.2 inches. B, 6.9 to 8.4 inches. Or C, 9.2 to 11 inches.
I'll go with A.
So 5.5 to 6.2 inches. Going to make our real or fake picks in just a little bit. Still got sports. Headline Who's coming up. Let's get to some of your emails. RizShow1057thepoint.com.
Emails brought to you by Bellman's Carnection. Start your search for pre-owned cars and trucks at carnection.com. I heard Moon talking about eating applesauce with Hamburger Helper to cool it down. I do the same thing. I also put it on cooked frozen pizza when they're too hot.
Wow. That's a step beyond.
Doesn't that change the flavor of everything?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, of course.
And,
but
it's gross.
Like I'm not sure. I can't get behind that.
if I harken back
Either
to the
one of
memories.
Either one of them, right? Like the applesauce on pizza or on the Hamburger Helper, right?
I don't think I've ever had Hamburger Helper.
Oh, you
maybe
haven't?
once in my life.
Have you? If Hamburger Help, you know that it helps your hamburger.
I didn't know my hamburger needed help.
Oh,
Like,
it does.
Maybe it's a Midwest thing, but like the staples that I had growing up as a child, like SpaghettiOs, Hamburger Helper, you have had none of those things.
Just
And I think
in my house.
Midwestern blue collar meals, like that was like a staple. Like everybody I knew,
We
that's
just
what
did
they had
not
growing up.
have canned pastas in my house. Like that was not like or jarred tomato sauce. That was not a thing in my house. Like that was never a thing that we had. I don't know why we didn't have Hamburger Helper. I'm not opposed to it.
Back to the applesauce thing. I'm not sure applesauce, the flavor can ruin anything. Applesauce is pretty good. Now, I'm not defending my...
It could ruin stuff.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's never ruined anything for me. And if I go back to the memories of a kid throwing applesauce on different things, I did it as a practical thing. I didn't give a crap
care about flavor?
flavors at all. I was just trying to get dinner over so I could get outside
Just
and play
sustenance.
again. Yeah, I was
But pizza,
eating
you
lint.
know, tastes like pizza. I don't need apples on it. It's perfect the way it is.
Yeah, but this person even said that they only do that to cool it down.
I mean,
So
really?
they're eating to survive rather than surviving to eat. You know, same.
Then why not just
You can also go.
Why not just why even cook anything good? Just eat.
Why have hot meals?
Yeah. Why
we just cooking it so you don't die.
just eat whatever sludge will sustain your life.
And sometimes I do that.
Just have sandwiches.
Not even that. Why even a sandwich? Just eat whatever substance to keep you living.
It's just at the right temperature as you make it. You don't have to put applesauce on it then, I guess.
What are you, 4?
I know it sounds silly, but the hot food thing, it was just it's still with me.
It doesn't sound silly.
It's still with me. Coffee. You
It
guys
is
see
silly.
me. You guys see me throw weird things in coffee just to cool it down because I don't want to burn my mouth. And
Okay, so wait till it cools down. I mean, crazy.
I have no patience, and nor should
You're
I.
changing what pizza is.
No, you're just adding a topping.
Apples?
It says pizza.
What if there's already pineapple on it?
I cannot get behind it. Next.
Hi, Riz and
I'm against
gentlemen. Love your no, really. Love your show. I'm a new listener. Your show is the first podcast I've ever listened to on my phone.
All right.
Awesome.
No longer a Riz show or a podcast virgin. Thank you all. She is a nurse and had a patient tell her that he bought a pair of shoes online and he knows they were made in China. He didn't want to open them because he thought they may have the coronavirus on them.
Get out of here.
He wanted me to ask the doctor if opening the box was safe.
Is this somebody with a head injury? and as a matter of fact, people are concerned about that. Like, can they send me the coronavirus through the box or through the mail? No, it cannot live in a box and then be shipped here.
She also goes on to say that be careful what you ask your doctor because it goes in your permanent file.
Unless there's a pangolin.
Have you heard of human to shoe or shoe to human transmission? I don't believe
Not yet.
that has been. Oh yeah, and by the way, and she's right. Now with all the all your health records on stored in one place or now available everywhere. Yeah, whatever you tell one doctor, another doctor will wind up finding out about it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they get hacked for some reason in a little bit, you'll be on whatever list.
Yeah, you want to be on lists? You like being on lists? I don't.
Me either.
I don't. That's why I do them all my doctoring via WebMD.
Uh-huh. It's a WebMD for me.
Symptoms, sore throat.
Gotta make an appointment for Dr. WebMD.
Sore throat. Minor throbbing, pain in left ear. Cool. I got Ebola. And ear cancer. Cool. Next.
Riz, you and Patrico seem to know a little bit about professional wrestling.
I mean,
do you like that?
I don't really know.
I don't know what the hell he said his name for.
I mean, I've gone to wrestling events. I would say maybe I know a little more than Moon and Jeff.
Yes,
as far as professional wrestling goes.
I would say so. Yes.
The new Sports Wars podcast is Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. I do know that Stone Cold Steve Austin was called the Ringmaster before he was Stone Cold.
Who knew?
And The Rock was Rocky Maravelli, I think.
Maivia,
yeah. Before being The Rock.
Well, your opinion and Patrico's opinion is wanted on the top 5 greatest wrestlers of all time.
Oh, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Andre the Giant.
Yeah. You're listing all my like Ultimate Warrior was my guy.
Yeah.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan, definitely. I'd say he's probably
Hulk
5.
Hogan, of course.
I don't.
Sergeant Slaughter, even though
No.
he was not
Sergeant
actually,
Slaughter, way down there.
No, I
like
don't-
non-existent.
I'm thinking everybody from the cartoon.
I don't want to say this, but I think he's probably top 5. Undertaker. I know that sounds silly, but he was so
He was
around
on the
so
tail
long.
end of when I stopped, when I was watching, and then kind of stopped.
See, here's what you're doing. You're listing your favorite wrestlers. He asked the top 5 wrestlers of all time.
Yeah, Undertaker was one of my least
Oh, the top
favorites.
5 of all
It says,
time.
in your opinion, who would be your top 5 greatest of all time?
Okay, so it's not
No, it's
just
me.
all wrestlers. It's of your favorite.
Me.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, well, then the Bushwhackers are up there for me.
Idiot.
What about Demolition?
Why?
Remember Demolition, the tag team?
No, were they the natural disasters eventually?
No, Demolition was the knockoff Legion of Doom.
Oh, okay.
Well,
that
the Demolition
a little
was
later.
before Legion of Doom.
Regardless, they were the generic version of Legion of Doom.
Because I don't think Legion of Doom was a thing yet before I started, or when I was watching. Axe and Smash were Demolition. Yeah, that's right. Axe and Smash.
What was the rocker? Shoot, what were they called? The Marty Jannetty and
Shawn Michaels?
Rock and Roll Express was a thing, but you're thinking of someone
No,
else.
before that. What was their tag team called?
Something Connection.
No.
How about, I mean, come on, man. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Coco Beware, the Junkyard Dog. These are the guys.
King Scott says Doink the Clown.
Doink the Clown was stupid.
I don't
Scott,
remember
you
Doink
would
the Clown.
like Doink the Clown.
Right? Was Demolition like before?
I'm looking.
That's my wheelhouse right there. Junkyard Dog, Coco Beware, Jake the Snake.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Perfect.
Jake the Snake. What the hell was that group?
No. Legion of Doom was first, then Demolition.
Huh. So when was Legion of Doom?
It started in 83. Demolition started in 87.
Ah, wow.
Were they
Yeah,
just
87 was when I was like about that time.
Were they just called the Rockers?
Yeah, I believe so, actually.
Jeff, your favorite wrestler?
China. And then her working porn, I thought was really good.
How can I not say Macho Man? Brutus the Barber.
Oh, yeah. Macho Man's up there.
Macho Man is up there.
It was the Rockers from 88 to 91.
Angelina
Shawn Michaels
Love,
kicked
I
him
think,
right
is
through
in
the-
my top 5.
Oh, yeah! Step into a Slim Jim.
I got out of it when it was like Triple H and all those guys.
Honky Tonk Man.
But 80s, late 70s and 80s guys, those are all mine guys.
Jimmy Hart, the manager.
Oh, what about Bret Hart? Bret Hart's top 5 for sure.
Bret Hart and Jim the Anvil.
Just Bret Hart by himself.
$1 Million Man. Oh, there were so many good ones back in the day.
Riz just listed off just the roster of wrestlers from 85 to 91, and that was it.
But I loved them all. Loved them all.
Was that your wheelhouse time right around there?
That's when I was watching.
This guy just said, name your top 5, and Riz named all 50 of the wrestlers that wrestled in the 80s and 90s.
I didn't, my favorite was the Ultimate Warrior. He was my favorite.
There was a time where my favorite was Sting.
That was
Which Sting?
after I watched.
Which Sting? Regular Sting with the
first Sting
with the surfer's haircut.
Yes, the first one, like in '83,
not the Raven Sting.
The '86 Sting.
Sting, or the Crow Sting was the best.
Oh, well, that's when he came back and went all dark.
It was the best.
I must have.
Next.
Good morning, gentlemen. My coworkers and I were discussing a topic at work today and thought we'd see if you have any input on this. Name some things or places you experienced that you wish your kids could experience as well that are no longer around.
Wet Willies.
That's the top of their list. It's the top of my list.
Action Park in New Jersey. I believe that place is shut down for health reasons. Yeah. But, man, you go to Action Park in New Jersey, you take your life in your hands. Mm-hmm. People have died there.
Wet Willie's is great, even if it was around now, because it's just so simple. You walk up the hill, you get super tired, and then you go down the hill, and you go right back up, and every once in a while you might see a boob.
Yeah.
How about the ground round?
Try not to break your neck. Oh, yeah, dude. Thursdays,
I don't know what that is.
Thursdays you eat your weight.
It's a restaurant back in the day.
And you got ice cream and a helmet, a little helmet.
You don't remember Ground Round? Oh, that probably closed before.
I have no idea what Ground Round is.
Their list was, and I agree with everything on this list, Wet Willie's, the Checker Dome, which is where the Blues used to play back in the old at the old location. Mm-hmm. And the reason why that would be great is because you could sneak your kid in, because, boy, you could sneak in everybody into that place. Me and people in high school, we'd get 5 or 6 of us. And you pull your money, get one ticket, and one person would go in. And then there was like these double doors, and then a little bitty vestibule, and then another double doors, and you could just walk out there and let everybody in. I know, that's why I didn't do that. I'm saying people did.
And he'd stand outside and go, guys,
stop
this
doing
is not
that.
right.
Excuse me, you guys.
This is not right.
Do you remember Noah's Ark restaurant?
Well, yeah, it's Streets of St. Charles now. I never went there.
I've driven past it.
I don't think I ever went there, but it was when we were going to my cousins, the Patterson's house, I would know that we were almost there when we passed it.
Yeah, it was just a landmark.
Huge. And now it's Streets of St. Charles.
It was a driving landmark.
I
would
loved
drive
it.
past
It was
it.
cool.
Crestwood Mall.
That was a restaurant in there?
Yeah.
Yo, Crestwood Plaza was dope. Exhilarama, when Exhilarama opened up, life changed. Things were so cool. Life was great.
Oh, man. See, we had the North County equivalent to that was Aladdin's Castle. That was in Jamestown Mall. Yeah. That opened up, and everybody went, oh yeah, my God.
We were living season 3.
I play video games
Was
for
that
tokens?
just a straight arcade, right? Aladdin's, because we had an Aladdin's Castle, too.
Yeah, is that what Exhilarama
Exhilarama pretty much was, yeah.
We had a Mr. Arcade and Aladdin's Castle.
Yeah, they had a small laser tag thing, a little bumper or whatever, but like it was a killer arcade right by the food court.
We forgot Ric Flair.
But when I was watching WWF, he was in the other league, which I did not watch. The WC, right? Was it the WCW?
WCW,
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
Yeah. A lot of the guys you had mentioned were WCW. That's when they became like the big stars.
Right, but then there was a lot of crossover, right? They would go from one to, but they were rival leagues.
Correct.
So I didn't watch the WCW. Next.
Ratio, wonder if you or your listeners have heard of this new scam, and this is scary. This is from a voicemail that was left on their phone, and this is the message that they left. This message is from the Social Security Administration. Reason to reach you is to let you know that your Social Security number is going to be suspended by the law enforcement agencies immediately. So before anything goes wrong, give us a call back as soon as possible, or call back our phone number, which is blah, 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 blah,
suspend
blah.
your, that's your first thing.
Yeah.
We've canceled your Social Security number, or we're suspending it. That's your person identification number.
We've wiped you off the face of the earth.
You've been suspended. From what?
Am I going into Men in Black, or what's the deal here?
You've been erased. What? Yeah.
Thankfully, they found out that was a scam.
Yeah. Thankfully. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for the warning. Let's get to some of your mic drops. Go to the 105.7 The Point mobile app and send us your up to 30-second message.
Moon, I'm just saying, with Tony Romo, what Riz was trying to say.
Oh, this was yesterday, I guess, referring to Tony Romo's now making $17 million a season.
Right.
To call the game. And you were like, oh, how could a announcer make more than the players?
Well, no, I understand it. It's just, it's a strange place to be when he's making more than 90% of the players of the game.
99%.
Yeah, see, and you got to admit that's strange. I'm not saying it's not deserved.
To say out loud. It's just weird to think.
Not saying it's not deserved.
Hear what he has to say.
Moon, I'm just saying, with Tony Romo, what Riz was trying to say is that, let's say there's a game on at 3:30 on CBS, and there's a game on Fox at 3:30 also, and if you got Troy and Joe announcing one game and Tony Romo and Jim Nantz announcing the other game, some people might be more inclined to watch the Tony Romo game because he's a better announcer, even though the teams they don't really care about.
Yeah, I totally.
I've been in that situation.
Yeah, and he's making a great point, and I know that, and it does make sense from a business standpoint. And you even said the X billion dollars that they gave CBS or that they gave the NFL to have the rights.
Yeah, it's a drop in the bucket.
It truly is, and I get that. But again, if you're
to put it in perspective, when the announcer's making more than 99% of the players, some of the players are upset. Good. I say good for Tony Romo.
If you're a world-class tight end and you busted your butt and you are killing your body game in, game out, and you're trying to squeak out $6 million a year or something, you're like, what is this guy?
Could he call a game? Probably not.
Dude, listen, I understand. I'm all about paying for skill.
Here's another one.
Good morning and happy birthday, Riz. Hey, Jeff.
Hey.
Just to touch base on the parallel parking, it would be great if people didn't use the backup camera also. How about just doing the regular old parallel parking? No need to use the camera assist. Just use your knowledge and your skills and your ability to be able to parallel park. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, you should be able to parallel park without the backup camera. The backup camera is good for parallel parking.
If you got it, use it. I was going to say, I disagree with her there.
No, I see.
Don't use your calculator on your phone. Don't use that computer. You better pick up a phone. Don't text.
But here's the thing.
The ability's there for you to use it, but you shouldn't have to.
Okay, so what I think she's saying is in the test. In the test. Yes, you have a calculator, use a calculator when you can. You got a camera, use the camera when you can. But in the test, in the statewide licensing test, they should require.
She didn't say that.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. In the test, they should restrict. You should not be able to use the camera.
I agree with that.
In the test, you shouldn't.
I agree with that.
I think you should know how to park a car using your mirrors.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a bonus. The camera is
again,
a
it's
bonus.
Control, it's speed, it's knowing the dimensions of your car.
I have a backup camera, and I don't use it when I parallel park. The only thing I use it for when I parallel park is when I am backing in, like, once I'm set,
done your cuts.
when I'm set, then I use it to back to go, okay, I could give this guy a little bit more space behind me.
Right.
Or
I use my backup camera to parallel park.
I don't
Makes
at
it
all.
Easy.
I don't.
I don't at all.
I don't on the cut because it doesn't show you where your axles
It doesn't show me anything on the right, and that's all I need to know.
It's just it's such a simple principle too. If somebody teaches it to you correctly, you line up your axles, and as soon as that tire hits the back corner of the vehicle that you're passing now, that's to your right, make that hard cut, and then you cut it back when the geometry makes sense, and you are in. No adjustments.
It is the one thing that my dad did that I will never, ever, ever forget, and I appreciate it so much. Is he made me learn how to drive in his truck.
Love you, Dad.
And he had a big 8-foot bed, and it made it perfectly.
Thanks, Pops.
Thanks, Pop.
Best ever.
You're the best, Pop.
I remember the first time my dad took me out driving, got my learner's permit, immediately cut somebody off. He goes, then that'll be the lesson for today.
And we're done here. Okay.
All right, sports headline who's next? 8:48 on this Tuesday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
You're the worst.
Oh, hey, Dad.
Hey, thanks.
Coming at you.
Your point traffic update. That being brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. Right now, there is no issues to report. The only thing that there is to report is that there's something that has been moved to the shoulder, the debris on the road, westbound 44 at 141. Your point forecast today is sunny and highs are around 60. Tonight, partly cloudy in the mid-40s for the low right now. It is 49 at the Point Studio. Point forecast brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
Until we've oh, really? We being me as well? Well, I would think it's, sufficient coverage. Okay, I'm just asking.
Patrico, do you want a super soaker?
Eventually, yes. Ooh.
What do you think of that?
They're ringing the bell for you.
All right, here we go. Jeff Burton about to serve out his real or fake punishment. The human hot dog.
Of course, jewelry, ninjabling.com, the exclusive jeweler of the Riz Show, and that's where King Scott went to get his engagement ring. Ring looks great, by the way. His lady's happy. They worked within his budget, and the whole experience for King Scott was amazing. And there are so many pitfalls out there. There's so many people out there looking to take advantage of you, looking to take advantage of your ignorance when it comes to jewelry.
Right, and it's the beauty of working with somebody that respects you, that respects your budget when you walk in. Hey, this is the amount I want to spend. They're going to try their best to get you what you want in that allotted budget. They're not going to show you the perfect piece of jewelry and then go, one downside here, it's 10 grand more than you want to spend. They also won't judge you when you walk in, go, this guy's got jeans and a t-shirt on, no money. They respect everybody. They know that you're about to spend a good chunk of change, hard-earned money with them, making a big purchase. So you're going to get a buying experience you will get absolutely nowhere else. You'll never get this type of treatment by going to a mall jeweler or a street level jeweler. That just won't happen. And another thing that you get when you go to Moritz Royce Jewelry is you get people that are passionate about this business. There's a reason that the staff at Moritz Royce Jewelry doesn't have a high turnover, because they're truly passionate about what they do and they love working for Moritz Royce. And then that in turn, it gives you a better buying experience as well.
Well, it's quality stuff. It's outstanding customer service you wouldn't get anywhere else. That's Moritz Royce Jewelry. They've always been that way. They will be that way forever. Go to ninjabling.com, get the phone number, get the address, and make an appointment and see what we are talking about. It's Moritz Royce Jewelry, the exclusive jeweler of the Riz Show, where you get the jewels and not the shaft. Ninjabling.com.
He is kind. He is supple. He is magical. He is stainless. He is sensual. He is raw. He is power. He is limber. He is untouched. He is pure. King Scott Extra Virgin Royal Oil. Maintain your purity.
I can't believe we're here again, huh? Brandy, can you believe you're in the studio again?
Yeah, I love it. Good morning,
Ready
St.
to
Louis.
do this? And we have another wheel in here. So Jeff's going to spin the wheel, and whatever the wheel lands on, it's going to be either a tattoo or a piercing.
Correct.
And the piercing could either be an ear piercing, which will be, what, the cartilage?
Cartilage, yes.
Yeah.
Or it could be your nip.
Right.
Notice I said nip.
Yes, you did.
Now, I think, Brandon, we've gone through this before. The nip piercing has got to be one of the harshest and most painful of the piercings.
It's definitely sensitive, yes.
She told me that I will get
You'll get a hot flash.
a
from
hot
your
flash
toes
that
to your
starts at
head.
my toes and moves up.
She wanted to make sure you ate before.
I eat constantly,
Yeah.
but I can have I got a protein bar there if I should start eating that. Should I do that?
I think you should be fine.
I think you should be fine.
Okay,
Yeah, if
all
you've
right.
eaten within the last 4 hours, you'll be fine.
Yes, I have.
All right, so right now on the wheel it says nip, it says Riz and Patrico tattoo, it says Riz's choice, it says ear, it says Patrico's choice, and it says spin again. What are you hoping for, Jeff?
I'm hoping probably for tattoo.
Which, by the way, we decided it is not Riz and Patrico tattoo. It is
R-I-Z-Z. 'Cause
R-I-Z-Z.
He already has your initials tattooed
Correct.
on him. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there's already a TP on there.
There's actually a ton of brandy work on my arm.
You got to put a tiny 2 next to my TP.
TP2?
TP squared.
Well, you guys ready to spin the wheel?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh,
Jeff,
boy.
Here we go. Now, Brandy, what are you hoping to do? Nip, right?
I really do.
Thanks.
Okay.
Appreciate
sorry.
that. That's nice.
Just
of
so you know.
Here, I thought we were friends.
Just so you know, I'm still undecided as to what my choice would be.
Really?
If it lands on Riz's choice, I'm still undecided.
Okay.
I thought for sure you'd go dark horse and go cartilage, to be honest with you.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Cartilage?
Yeah. Just because that would look the dumbest on me, and it'd be tough to live because you can't lay on
You
that
know what?
side.
That would look pretty silly. On him?
You get
That
to
would
pick the
look silly.
jewelry afterwards, after it heals. You should be able to pick the jewelry.
Me pick the jewelry? I think I should.
Who invited you?
All right, Jeff, here we go.
And what did we
Ready?
decide?
If
I get a piercing, I have to keep it for 2 weeks, right? Is that what we decided?
No, I thought we said month.
It's a month. You said month.
You said month.
You really did.
I had to try for 2
Oh,
weeks.
All right,
by
here
the
we
way, real quick before you spin, you could watch live right now, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. Webcams are up and going.
Here we go. Jeff Burton will get. Go ahead. And round she goes. I'm nervous, to be honest with you.
See, I am not, because there's nothing I can do about it.
Well, now it's in the wheel's hands.
Oh boy, that's
Here we go,
that's going
slowing
on.
down, and
Oh,
it is.
no.
Oh, Riz's choice.
Riz's choice. Oh,
How you doing, buddy?
man. Oh, man.
Now,
Oh, boy.
as all the cameras point towards me. Well, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on me.
There is, because you can either be a dick and do the worst thing.
What would be the worst thing for you?
I don't know. I don't know, because
What
if
do
I
you want
tell
least?
you, then that's what you'll make me do.
No, you know what? I'm going to write it down.
He did say what you thought would be the worst thing.
Yeah, just off the top of my head, I would think the ear would be the worst thing to deal with moving forward after right now.
I just wrote it down.
Your choice?
I just wrote down my choice.
And you've locked it in. You're not changing it.
I'm locked in. I'm handing it to
pass it to me?
Wait, what is your...
I think you're going to go vain, and you want your name tattooed on me.
What do you think it's good? Well, what do you want least?
I think it's going to be the nip. I really do. That's what I think.
Is that what you want least?
No, I don't know what I want least, but
Cleaning. And you're not the only one who's tired of winter this year. Your carpets are tired, too. Did you ask your carpet? You tired of winter carpet? Think about the dust, the dander, the bacteria, all that stuff is living and breeding in your carpet with nowhere to go. And there's only one real way to get all that gunk out of the house, and that's by calling Zero Res. Now, with Zero Res's platinum-rated cleaning systems and patented-powered water, they will get all that nasty out, so your home's going to look and smell like a home should. Fresh and clean, not like a gross janitor's chemical closet. And with the Zero Res Gotta Love It guarantee, you know you're going to be taken care of. Just check out the 2,000-plus raving customer reviews with a 4.9 Google rating and see what all the hype's about. This month, get 3 rooms, 0 resified, starting at just $119. That's not all. Don't forget about the air ducts. Yeah, you're an adult. You need to get your air ducts cleaned every couple of years. Your home's never really going to be clean if the air ducts are pumping it full of years of built-up dust and dirt and allergens, all that gross stuff. Take $50 off your air duct cleaning to get that true spring cleaning feel. Listen, you owe it to yourself and your family, your home. Breathe healthy, happy, and clean. Schedule your cleaning today by calling 314-474-2020, 314-474-2020, or book online anytime. Get the ratio special at ZeroResSTLewis.com. Zero Res, spelled backward or forward, spelled same at Zero Res.
Hey, what's up? It's Patrico and my dad, John Patrico, and we are here to teach you how to listen to 105.7 The Point using the Alexa skill. It's really actually quite easy. So easy, in fact, that I'm going to have my dad do it.
Hey, Echo.
No. That's
no.
yours is the Echo.
Oh.
This is Alexa, so you got to say.
She doesn't like me.
Just say it. We even wrote it down for you. Just look
Okay.
at that and say it and make it do it.
Okay, say download.
No.
Tony Romo signing that huge contract with CBS, $17 million
a year.
Yeah, $17 million a year. So it could be. I think his deal is reportedly worth $180 million over 10 years. Crazy. But before re-signing Tony Romo to that big money contract, the New York Post says they offered Peyton Manning the job. And in fact, the report says CBS offered Peyton Manning $10 to $12 million over 5 to 6 years. So I don't know if that's 10 to 12 a year or total. But Peyton Manning, as throwing all that money on Peyton Manning without even stepping foot in a booth.
It's not like Peyton Manning just retired yesterday either. I wonder why he's never gone after something like this. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, but here's the thing.
Like he's never done this before yet. Like you're saying, they offered him so much money.
Yeah, because CBS wasn't sure whether Tony Romo was going to re-sign with them or go to ESPN. So they threw this out to Peyton Manning. Hey, here's the deal. But you know why Peyton Manning didn't get the job? Because he didn't make the decision quickly enough.
Really?
And CBS moved on and stayed with Tony Romo. Peyton Manning didn't make a decision quickly enough, and CBS moved ahead. And they wanted to keep Tony Romo anyway, but yeah, interesting. It would have been interesting to see what Peyton Manning could do, and maybe he will get a job with somebody next season. I don't know.
Oh, I bet so. If he's not coaching, I bet he is an analyst somewhere.
Is he expected to coach? Are they throwing out jobs for him?
I don't know. I mean, I would assume that somebody with his football mind, it'd be weird for him not to, but I have no idea if he even wants to do that.
Were you talking about Peyton Manning?
What is the most intriguing plot?
You don't believe so?
No, I'm just saying Peyton's the older one, right?
Yeah. Eli's the one that just retired.
Yeah, he's been retired for a while now,
a couple
right?
of years. Yeah.
I mean, I would think if he wanted to coach, he'd be doing it by now.
Maybe not the right opportunity.
Yeah, maybe. He's just
Don't you think that if
insurance commercials?
And don't you think that if he wanted to be doing TV analyst, he would have by now? I'm sure the offer's been out there.
Absolutely, that's what I said earlier. Why is he just now being asked to do this?
Yeah.
Clearly, he doesn't want to. He didn't respond to their offer.
What is the most intriguing plot line of the current NFL offseason?
The rules changes because of the XFL?
No.
Is not it, if you'd have let me finish.
Rivers and Brady.
Yeah, where's Tom Brady going to go? So that website, The Ringer has ranked in order the teams he may go to.
Has this changed? Because when it first
some of these, maybe these are long shots, but I mean this makes sense. I mean, number one is obviously the Patriots that he re-signs.
Didn't somebody say Colts?
That is apparently where they expect Phillip Rivers to go.
Number two, the number 2 team that possibly Tom Brady could sign with?
The New York Giants.
The Tennessee Titans.
Really?
Yep. For starters, Brady is familiar with the head coach Mike Vrabel. They played together. They played together for 7 years. In fact, Vrabel, who was, I guess, linebacker, would line up every once in a while as a tight end, caught 12 touchdowns from Brady.
But whatever the hell his name is, just took him to the AFC Championship game, right?
The Titans played hotter than virtually any team in the second half of the 2019 regular season and early rounds of the playoffs, and Vrabel proved himself to be one of the best coaches in the league, even outsmarting Bill Belichick during Tennessee's wild card upset in Foxborough. They listed him as number 2. Number 3 is the Raiders.
Oh, man, that'd be cool.
The team would be awesome. The team moving to a new city, Vegas, replacing Derek Carr. He'd be teamed up with John Gruden. Would be cool. The Chargers are number 4.
I got to be honest with the Raider thing. That would be the only thing that would make Brady interesting to me. And I know,
really,
and that's not
him with any other team. Tom Brady in another uniform is interesting.
Kinda. I don't mean that as like a Brady slight or an anti-Brady sort of guy. I'm not interested in that story, in him at all. I couldn't even tell you why. I don't know if it's a Boston Patriots connection, but I would be so interested to see what happened if he was in Vegas, inaugural season with that, Raiders, I mean, their whole persona, all of that, and then with Gruden, that's interesting.
Chargers are number 4. Chargers moving into a new stadium alongside the Rams in 2020 and desperately need to kind of stand out. The team's already agreed to part ways with Phillip Rivers, clearing the way for the front office to go after a player like Tom Brady. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are number 5. They say Tom Brady's never had a pair of receivers as talented as Mike Evans and Chris Goodwin, who both finished with more than 1,100 yards despite playing just 13 and 14 games, respectively. Quarterback would also work with Bruce Arians. Number 6 is the Colts. And then number 7, as far as a team that possibly could sign Tom Brady, the Chicago Bears.
And that would be cool, too. I think that would be interesting.
That would be a really good one. because Trubisky is.
Yep, the Bears are
Yikes.
finally ready to admit they have a Trubisky problem. The 2017 number 2 draft pick was downright dreadful in 2019. This is the Ringer saying this. Chicago has reportedly reached out to Cincinnati about a potential Andy Dalton trade, and there's been a sense the team would add a veteran signal caller in free agency.
What would generate the most interest in you?
Raiders. Everybody's going to be disappointed if he goes back to the
100%.
Everybody except for New England.
Except for New England Patriots fans. But everybody's going to be disappointed. But we shall see. Exciting stuff. Huh?
Yeah.
Don't screw this up, fatty.
Sports brought to you by Amco Ranger, protecting people and property from pests since 1965. Blues take on the Rangers tonight up in New York. Blues are looking to pick up their 8th win in a row. Blues currently hold the longest active winning streak in the NHL and have 3 win streaks of at least 7 games this year. In the past 7 games, the Blues have scored 25 goals and only given up 12. Tonight's game is a milestone for Ryan O'Reilly. It's his 800th NHL game, and puck drop is scheduled for 6 p.m. tonight.
What a great time for a puck drop. 6 o'clock. Perfect.
We had mentioned that the NHL was going to meet and have discussions about changing the protocol when it came to the emergency backup goalies.
Yes.
Well, they met. This was yesterday, and they have decided, quote, at the end of the discussion, the majority was happy with where we are as we stand. It's a good human interest story. We think the process works. Our general managers are fine with where things are at right now.
I think that's the right move, too. That's a good move. Hey, keep it the way it is. Every once in a while, you get a good feel-good story like what happened up in Canada, in Toronto, a couple weeks ago. The NHL wound up being on the front page of all the sports papers. The guy that was the backup was doing all the media rounds. NHL is actually being talked about. Wonderful.
After filling the lower bowl in each of the first 2 home games, the Battlehawks are getting closer to opening up the Dome at America Center's upper bowl for the next game in 3 weeks. So Kurt Hunzeker, he says that they've already, he's the president of the team. He says they already started mapping out the process after their home opener, and now after back-to-back quote-unquote sellouts, which they were very close to, the Battlehawks host the Wildcats on March 21st, and Hunzeker said, quote, now that we have such a great demand from the community, we absolutely will look into adding more sections, at least for the LA game, and then we will go from there.
Well, it's a staffing issue. If they have one person up there, they got to staff it.
Yeah. That just
is it
adds
worth
to
it?
the bottom line,
So opening up the upper level would increase capacity. So right now, a sellout is 29,000. They open that up, it'll be 67,000. Now, if they sell out 67,000 for a Battlehawks game, that would be impressive. As concern continues to grow over the spread of the coronavirus, the NBA has told its players, avoid high fives with fans. They're also saying that they should avoid taking anything to autograph or taking any pen to make an autograph. The New York Knicks player, Bobby Portis, already taken the advice of the NBA. Last night, after the game, he was giving fist bumps instead of high fives, and he was telling people, Corona, as he was doing it. The Cardinals, they beat the Twins yesterday in spring training 6-1. They take on the Astros today at 12:05. The Astros sign-stealing scandal, I mean, all over the place. You can't get away from it. When you talk baseball, that pops up. This is pretty awesome, though. There is a Reds-Dodgers game going on, and Trevor Bauer is the pitcher for the Reds. He has been a vocal critic over the whole thing about the sign-stealing thing, how he is completely, just furious with the Astros players, with the league for not doing anything. So what did Bauer do when he took the mound? He tipped his own pitches. And basically what that means is apparently during bullpen sessions, there's a way that pitchers, like, if he flicks his glove towards the plate, that means it's a fastball. If he twirls it, it's a curveball. If he, goes side to side, it's a changeup. He did that for every batter.
Yeah.
So he tipped his own pitches. And the funny thing is once people caught on to it, he still was getting people out. So it's not like it made a difference at all.
He's that good.
Sports Illustrated reported yesterday that MLB is working with the Players Association on new rules to actually prevent something like this from happening in the future. There's a couple different things, like they're going to limit access to the dugout, to clubhouse, to players, just 7 coaches, and just the necessary interpreters. Everybody else banned from the dugout. Also, there's this thing about having TVs turned off or having like a 10-second delay on the TV monitors in the dugout. So we'll have to see. When I say the name Jose Bautista, what do you think?
Toronto Blue Jay, right?
Toronto Blue Jay.
Wasn't he in a fight where he got hit? He
There was
punched somebody or somebody punched him?
I think he got punched right in the jaw, and that's like a famous photo of him just getting
second
rocked.
base. Yeah,
Altuve, right?
It was a Profar or something.
I just think he did a pretty decent job in Guardians of the Galaxy.
But he's a home run hitter, right?
When I think of Jose Bautista, all I think of is the game against the Rangers where he hit that home run and did that bat flip, where he basically threw the bat like it was a javelin almost. Well, the end of his career, he was not so great. He went up and down, DH, third base, minor league system, kind of disappeared. Well, he's looking to make a comeback as a pitcher. And apparently, according to some sources, dude's got a 94-mile-per-hour fastball and, quote, his off-speed stuff has some serious movement. So we'll see what happens there. He will be playing for the Dominican Republic's national team as they attempt to qualify for the Summer Olympics.
That's a guy that'll come in and throw a couple pitches and just blow his elbow out because it's not conditioned.
Right. You were talking about Tony Romo and the massive deal that he got as an analyst. Chipper Jones just got picked up as ESPN's analyst, 47 years old, and apparently he made a huge impression on ESPN when he filled in as a guest analyst twice last year. So they just signed him to a deal.
Very handsome, too.
Dustin Johnson will not be competing in the Tokyo Olympics, and yet another instance where he makes this announcement and people immediately go, he's scared of the coronavirus. And in all reality, he goes, listen, I want to focus on the FedEx Championship playoffs. That's what I want to do. I want to focus on the playoffs here in the States, not go play golf in the Olympics. And that is his sole reasoning for why he's doing that. Sports brought to you by our friends at West County Auto Body, the best auto body repair facility in the country. On Patrico, that's your sports, and boom goes the dynamite. Brought to you by Moritz Royce Jewelry, the exclusive jeweler of the Riz Show.
All right, we go to Stafford, Virginia, and I'll start by saying that some people apparently think that being drunk is a good excuse for any behavior. It's not. A farmer said his wife went out to check on their goats last Friday night and saw that they were let out of their pen. Hey, honey, you let the goats out of the pen? And her husband found a 19-year-old Cole Schrock in their field, and the husband held him at gunpoint until police arrived. Now, police say that Cole slurred his words and, in fact, gave them a false name. Patrico, was he drunk?
Oh, you betcha, Riz.
Actually, no.
Oh,
no.
what?
He admitted to pretending to be drunk, which was then confirmed by the breathalyzer test. 3 goats were found tied up next to Cole's pickup truck and arrested, charged with larceny of animals, identity theft to avoid arrest, and unlawful entry with intent to commit larceny. Yep, goat theft.
I'm drunk, you betcha.
So you got to be a real jerk to try and blame you being an a-hole on you being drunk.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It happens more than we want it to.
Steal a man's goats.
You do own up to it.
Mm-hmm. So 19-year-old Cole Schrock, you are today's Headline Who's. All right, after the break, we're going to make our real or fake picks. So head over to 1057thepoint.com/cans. Check out the cans in question for this week. It is week number 7 in our competition. 9/12. On this Tuesday, another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
Now, I know you'd love to just sit there and keep being not slim, but we got to work a little today, okay?
Coming at you.
Your point traffic update, that being brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. Right lane blocked due to an accident, westbound 70 right before 79. Point forecast today, sunny and highs around 60. Tonight, partly cloudy in the mid-40s for the low. And right now, it is 51 at the Point Studio. Point forecast brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto.
Now, people have been looking forward to this.
Oh, yeah.
Calling it the Moon Medley. So Moon's going to start off with Lose Yourself, and it's your job to text over a song request.
Yeah, just keep them coming. Just keep texting them over. If we don't use yours, sorry, but just keep them coming.
I gotta know the words.
Yeah,
He's got to know the words, too.
I've seen him do this when he plays live and does acoustic stuff. I know you do Lose Yourself, and then usually it's kind of like a standard. You go from Lose Yourself right into Heartless by Kanye West.
Yeah, that one seems.
seems to go well.
All right, let's start there then. Let's start there.
And then
'cause it's
text your
familiar.
request over to 48258. We'll see if you can pull
Let's
this
see 'em.
off.
Okay. You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one chance to not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. In the night, I hear them talk. The coldest stuff.
So I want to tell you about a new sponsor, Detail Garage St. Louis. And, man, if you love a clean car, and there's nothing like cleaning your car yourself, like out there with the hose and the bucket on a nice spring Saturday or Sunday or, hell, during the week, nothing more relaxing than washing your car. Get all your supplies at Detail Garage St. Louis, which is in Valley Park. The same shopping plaza as Bobby's Place. The Axe House is right there. You know where Carroll House is in Valley Park? Right across the street from there. But the fellas over at Detail Garage St. Louis gave us all buckets to wash our own cars. And have you guys used any of this stuff yet?
It was the perfect storm for me because I got a new car, and you gave me that stuff, or they gave us that stuff, and then I put Eloise in a brand new dog, my dog in a brand new car, and you just go, oh, I gotta wipe everything down. I don't know what it was, but the spray for wiping down the dash and everything, amazing. It looks still brand new.
What about the scents? Like they gave you the spray with the scent in
Oh
it?
my gosh, it covers
everything decomposing in your trunk, right?
Yep, you got it. You can't even tell. I got pulled over the other day that didn't even question me.
First time.
Yeah. Detail Garage St. Louis for the do-it-yourselfer when it comes to washing your car. If you love washing your car, they have the best products over there. Brushes, applicators, tools, equipment, products, everything you need. And for a limited time, go into Detail Garage St. Louis, ask for the Weirdo Bucket. That's right, the $40 Weirdo Bucket for the beginner. The bucket, the dirt trap, the mitt, Maxi Sud soap, total interior wash. That's the Weirdo Bucket. And then you get the next level up, that's the $80 Weirdo Bucket with the bucket, the dirt trap, the mitt, the Maxi Suds, a total interior, sticky citrus wheel cleaner, a streak-free window cleaner, the P40 spray wax, the tire kicker, tire shine. They got it all there at Detail Garage St. Louis in Valley Park. Check them out. Make sure you mention the Riz Show when you stop by. It's Detail Garage St. Louis in Valley Park.
And welcome to Riz's Meat Secrets Reveal, St. Louis's #1 meat secret revealing show ever. And today's secret, how to prepare a delicious Sugar Fire Smokehouse meal in your own home in just 5 easy steps. Step 1, go to your nearest Schnucks location. Step 2, locate the Sugar Fire products in the prepared foods area and purchase a modest amount. Once you're home, you're ready for the next step. Step 3, place Sugar Fire meal into the oven or the microwave. Step 3, remove from packaging and then place the Sugar Fire meal into the microwave or the oven. Step 4, wait. Step 5, eat. Congratulations, you now know how to make delicious Sugar Fire smoked meats from the comfort of your own home. Delicious. Visit a Schnucks location near you to get your hands on this tasty meat.
All right,
there it
round
goes.
and round she goes. Jeff, where she stops,
Oh,
nobody
there it
knows.
goes. Oh boy, I'm so nervous. I got.
What's it going to be? Is it going to be nip? Is it going to be?
Go TP
No piercing.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of disappointed.
I'm super disappointed.
Put the needles
Okay, okay. All right, needles away.
Darn it anyway.
He got out of it. He got out of this again
Darn
too.
it anyway.
All right, well, I guess, ink is going to arm right here. This is happening. Jeff is serving out his punishment.
She's actually starting with the TP.
Oh, she is?
Yep. Needle in
Mike
arm
5?
right
All right.
now.
Well, it's really happening.
There it is.
Hey,
Give it a
while
tattoo
Jeff
then.
is being tattooed, should we discuss the next punishment?
I believe so.
That's a great idea.
I believe so.
Jeff, can you have a conversation while this happens?
Absolutely.
Or are you one of those straight facers?
So let's just.
I'm good. I
All
forgot
right,
that
let's
I got a
discuss the next punishment because we got to make our real or fake picks.
Okay.
All right.
In a couple minutes here. Where are you going? You're part of this too.
Really?
Yes, you are.
You're part of this
Pregnancy ain't
team.
gonna get you out of this one.
Oh no, I don't know if she could. I don't know if she could serve it out. But you are.
You're part of this team, so you have to discuss.
You have to discuss it.
Listen, you have to. You're part of this team. You have to discuss
Okay.
the punishment. But I don't know.
I don't know if you.
because you are with child, I don't know if you can participate in this punishment.
All right, so
in good conscience.
Can we decide and see?
Nah, I think you're gonna not want to do this. I'm just saying.
Can we let her? Yeah, let her.
First of all, this is going to be difficult for everyone. I mean, anyone. This is going to.
all right,
We'll talk
so
it out. You'll
Moon
see.
as the king of cans. The punishment for this new competition, real or fake, will be.
You got to stay in this studio for 48 hours.
That's it.
You don't go anywhere.
You gotta
48
stay
hours
in
straight.
the studio for
The guy
48
with Crohn's
hours.
disease has a question.
Food is brought to you. We'll get to all the questions. Food is brought to you. You do not leave.
Bathroom?
You are stuck in here.
Of course you could go. You
go to the bathroom in
a
plastic
bucket.
bags. Ben, the video guy, will
I
empty them
just
for
had my
you.
colostomy again.
No, of course you. There's a bathroom right down the hall. That's the only bathroom you can use.
No, unless number 2.
If you're number 2, you
If
go
you're number
upstairs.
2, you go
Okay,
upstairs.
All right. Wait, you talking about third floor upstairs? Or you talking about
No, you
upstairs?
go over
in
here.
your
No.
office?
We're talking upstairs in the public bathroom. Oh, this is the worst punishment in the world for me.
Okay, but
Oh, I
40.
didn't think of that. For
48 hours. Now, this is an idea inspired by Patrico. He and I have been talking about all sorts of things.
So
we weren't sure who's
48
gonna win.
hours straight in the studio. You cannot leave, and you'll be on camera the whole time.
Exactly right.
We'll get a special webcam, and you will be observed at all times.
Yeah, and here's the thing. So people say, well, who's to say they can't go to the bathroom and just hang out there all the time? Well, because you will have to put up like a no, went to the bathroom, be back in 5. And people are going to be watching the webcams. Even when it's 3 in the morning, people are going to be here
That's
watching.
right. And if you break a rule, how about this? If you break a rule and you're caught and it's proven, you add 24 hours.
No, 24 hours.
You
Don't
can't
break a
break
rule.
rules.
Don't break a rule.
You add another
It's
hour.
as simple.
I like
Don't
that.
break a rule.
You add another hour.
No.
24 hours.
Who's going to break a rule? There's 2 rules that you're going to follow. Don't leave the studio unless you're going to pee or poop.
You know what's really going to suck?
So you have to stay
after
in
the
this
show
space.
and
In
after
this
our
space.
post-show prep when everybody else leaves.
Yeah.
We're gonna
See you, fellas.
Can you do anything you want? Like so.
Or somebody like me, you've tried all the diets, you've tried all the exercise plans, you've done everything you can, and by nobody's fault but your own, you have failed. You've given up. It did not work for you. That's how I was, and I thought there was nothing that was going to work for me. And then I was told to reach out to SSM Health Weight Management Services. I reached out to them, and I said, hey, what can you do for me? And they said, let's have you come in, sit down, go to one of the informative classes, get the information that we have for you. Find out if this is something you even want to do. There's a bunch of different options. Gastric sleeve surgery, gastric bypass, maybe even the non-surgical options. Those are all out there for you. We sat down and we figured out that gastric sleeve surgery was the best option for me. And now here I am down a ton of weight. I mean, I'm down over 160 pounds. I feel absolutely amazing. I feel better than I ever have before. And they are still there. They're in my corner. They are there for me for the rest of my life. When I struggle, I can reach out to them and we can kind of see what's going on. If you run into any issues, they're there for you. They provide the tool. Now I have to go out and execute. I have to go out there and I have to make sure that I do what they have taught me to do. Listen, you can't just have weight loss surgery and then sit on the couch and expect to lose a ton of weight. You have to now go do the work, but this is the jump start that you need. This is the opportunity for you to get informed about how you can now have a different life. They've got the support groups for you, the doctors out there. Everybody is in your corner. Now you have the opportunity to have a second life. Again, ssmhealth.com/Patrico. That's the website to get your journey started, ssmhealth.com/Patrico.
And welcome to Riz's Meat Secrets Revealed, St. Louis's #1 meat secret revealing show ever. And today's secret, how to prepare a delicious Sugar Fire Smokehouse meal in your own home in just 5.
All right, King Scott joins us.
Hello.
Hello. Fellas, are you ready to make your real or fake picks?
Boobity-boobity-boobs go bouncy when you dance, worthy of a second glance. If you think your boob just get in the way, you are wrong. Boobs are great. I wanna grab 'em, I wanna shake 'em, I wanna nom-nom, because boobs. I wanna squeeze 'em, I wanna slap 'em, I wanna punch 'em, because boobs. Aw, come on, bring it back. Boobs.
All right, right, here we are, 1057thepoint.com/cans, week number 7 in our competition, sponsored by
Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet.
All right, so this is the chain gang punishment. Loser or losers will have to pick up trash on the highway. The results after week number 6. I am your King of Cans, your hero. King of Cans, 14 points. Thank you, Scott, for fake clapping. I'd like to hear some regular clapping. Thank you. Jeff Burton in second place with 13 points. Moon has 11 points. And Patrico and King Scott bring up the rear.
Yeah.
Patrico locked out last week, so you both have 10 points. All right, each correct pick, real or fake, is worth 1 point, unless it's your lock. Your lock of the week gets you 2 points if you're right, 0 points locked out if you're wrong, regardless of your other picks. So let us begin with a description of photo number 1, please.
Photo number 1, this lovely lady. This is a very artsy photo. It's a black and white photo, and she is has whatever the shawl is kind of like pulled down right to like her elbows. She's got her arms crossed and kind of creating a boob shelf. I would say. Very fancy, lacy bra here. Again, very nice photo.
Pushing him in a little bit. Yeah, it's a great photo. Nice bra, too. All right, I'll make the first guess here, and I'm going to say these are real. King Scott, you next.
I, too, am going real.
Tony.
Real.
Jeff Burton.
You wouldn't mind marking me down for a real, I'd appreciate you.
Okay, and Moon.
Good for her. Real.
All real. For photo. Bless you.
Thank you.
Number 1. On to photo number 2. Another black and white, huh?
Another black and white photo, and these are huge. I mean, we've got massive, giant boobies here. I don't know if this is a bra, if this is a swimsuit. I think it's a bra, and I don't know if
like
it's
a bra that clips up front.
I was going to say, is this unclasped here? And there's not much to say besides these are huge.
She's got, looks to be her left hand cupping one of them. Or holding one of them in place.
Yeah, it's no longer, the bra's not connected. You can actually hear the bra going, I tried.
Yep. I tried, it failed.
I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, you can see kind of the hook on there, too. All right, Moon, what do you say? Photo number 2.
This one is maybe one of the worst photos ever as far as trying to determine real or fake.
You can't tell if she's on her back. I mean, she may be.
Yeah, no, this is one of the hardest ever, and I went very not confidently real. Good for her.
Jeff.
Real.
I've gone real as well.
And Tony. About as confident as Moon on that.
Real.
King Scott.
Dang it. I'm on Fake Island. Great.
Could be your move, bruh.
Yeah. I mean, you're in last place. Getting towards the end of the competition.
Okay.
Somebody's got to make a move. All right, King Scott is on Fake Island. I think I'm playing defense here. I'm playing it safe.
Yeah.
Just like
what I'm trying to do as well.
As the leader, I'm trying to not make any bold moves here. Photo number 3. A description, please.
This is a lovely lady in a gray tank top. She does have a bra on underneath this.
Finally, some color.
This is a color photo, yes. She's got some full lips here.
Yep, red lipstick.
Yep, she sure does.
Red lipstick. All right.
Yeah.
Jeff, what do you say?
I said real.
Real for photo number 3. King Scott?
I am real.
Tony?
I also have gone real.
Moon?
Good for her. Great photo. Real.
And I have gone real as well. Photo number 3. So really, King Scott has stepped out as fake for photo number 2. Everybody else in lockstep. Let's see what the locks come down to. Our most confident picks. 2 points if you are correct. 0 points locked out for the week if you are wrong. So let's begin with King Scott, your lock of the week.
I'm going to lock on number 3. Real.
Locked real. Number 3. Any particular reason?
I just feel like it's the one that has the most obvious showing of what is going on. Yes.
Okay.
The curtains are most revealed on that one.
Okay. Tony, your lock of the week.
Well, Riz, I'm in last place.
Yes, you are.
And you are very close to closing this out. Possibly, 3 weeks away? I mean, with 2 boob sweeps and then 1 correct?
Yep.
So we're running out of time here. I've locked in real number 2.
Real number 2.
Interesting. Yeah.
Huh. Well, you guys won't be
together anymore. I thought we were buddies, and you're
Unless everybody's locked out.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Patrico picked real on the photo that King Scott went fake. Interesting. Moon, your lock of the week.
I locked real number 3.
Okay, real number 3. Okay. Jeff Burton, your lock.
I locked in real number 1, and my strategy on that was apparently I'm trying to get locked out.
Well,
I wrote that's not the one I wanted, but I wrote it down on one,
strategy.
so I leave it there.
I have the same lock as somebody here.
Yes.
Somebody has locked in on all 3 picks, everybody.
Exactly. Exactly. So who's it going to be? Who am I staying with? I'm staying with Jeff Burton. I've locked in real number 1.
Oh, boy, do I feel better about myself now.
Just something about number 3 makes me uncomfortable about locking in on that one.
If we all went around and said, okay, you can change your lock, I would have locked on number 3.
I'm okay with my lock.
I'm okay. I still think I'm okay, but I think 3 now.
I feel if
for some reason it's just more obvious now.
If these were fake, then she wouldn't be kind of cinching them together to make them appear a little bigger than really what they are.
Okay,
that's my reasoning for locking.
You want to know why I went real number 2? Because if those are fake, that's a huge boob job. I think she's laying down. I think she's pushing them up to make us think that they look fake.
Yeah,
I think they're big, but I think
what you're saying.
If you look at her, I think she has small hands because her neck, they don't look that big compared to her neck.
I just
It could
can't
be
tell
the
anything.
illusion of being big.
It's it's unclasped. Is there another hand on that side pushing this
No.
way? How do you know? The photo cuts off.
Yeah, it's tough to tell.
This is impossible. I can't tell a thing on this.
Something about number 3 though makes me uncomfortable about picking real for those.
And
number 2, if it'll help you, may run by her place.
I see what
But
you're
you see my
saying.
reasoning for photo number 1?
Yeah, and I wish I could change.
In all reality, all 3 of these photos, if when Donnie comes in on Friday and says, "Oh, so and so is fake," I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
All right, there they are. There are the picks, and thank you, ladies, for sending those in. Results on Friday. All right, we'll end the show with some food news. We'll do it after the break. It's 9:30 on this Tuesday. Another look at your traffic and weather. One final look. Here is Patrico.
He's a ginger. He's a ginger.
And he's coming at you.
Your point traffic update, that being brought to you by Ryan Kelly, thehomeloanexpert.com. Right now, the right lane is blocked due to an accident westbound 70 right before 79. Your point forecast today, sunny and high is going to be around 60. Tonight, partly cloudy in the mid-40s for the low. Right now, it is 50 at the Point Studio. Point forecast brought to you by CarX Tire and Auto. Accident. Your kid has accidentally pushed his bike into the side of your vehicle. It's time to take care of that. Now you need to fix your vehicle. Where do you go? You can go to pretty much anywhere and get some work done. And listen, yeah, sure, it's going to be done in 5 to 8 weeks. Or, yeah, we'll have it to you next week, but it will be sort of done and kind of good. Or you go to West County Auto Body, where they have found that happy medium to where you will get the work done properly and it won't be forever. They understand you being out your vehicle is the worst. And Rob and the staff over there, they want to make sure that you are treated like family. That's how they kind of run their business. Everybody is a member of the family out there. Jeff Burton brought his old car out there. They did some work on it. He got it back better than it ever was before when he drove it. Same exact thing for my truck. I had a small issue with one of my wheels over there. I brought it over there. They fixed it up. They cleaned the car. They didn't even do anything on the interior, but still made it look amazing. That's just the type of people they are. Don't let your insurance dictate where you're going to send your vehicle. Just because they say, hey, we want you to send it here. Nah, West County Auto Body works with all insurances. So send it there. Let them take care of it for you. They're absolutely amazing. Rob, Gigi, the whole staff over there, absolutely incredible. So give them a call. Get all the information on the website, westcountyauto.com. They're right there, Page and Lindbergh. Again, make sure you tell them that you heard about it from the Riz Show, and they are going to make sure that your vehicle is handled with care and back to you in a timely manner. Again, all the information you need right there online, westcountyauto.com.
Brandon here. Now, this is the game. It's a disc. We haven't played this in a while. But it's a disc with 4 little finger slots.
Yeah.
And you press the button, and one of the 4 gets shocked. We don't know, who it's going to be.
Moon won last time, so he, again, gets the first round bye.
Did you win last time?
Yes.
2 in a row.
I got welts on my ass right now. Do we have to
2
do
in a
this?
row.
Does it work?
Stick your finger in there and see if it works.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no, all these lights are lighting up. It probably doesn't work then.
Oh, let's play.
Okay.
Shock roulette. Oh, good. We haven't played this in a while.
Awesome.
Okay, so we put our fingers in.
Mm-hmm.
And press.
Ready?
Wait. Okay, and go.
Boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
And
boy.
round and round she goes. Somebody's
Oh,
getting
boy.
shocked.
Oh, boy.
Somebody's getting shocked. Who's it going to be? 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 Who is it?
Whoa, what was that?
I didn't feel
What
anything.
happened? I
It was
didn't
my
feel
button,
anything.
but I didn't feel anything.
I didn't feel anything.
The hockey
Oh,
buzzer
it was
went
turned
off.
all the way down.
You got to be kidding me.
It was turned all the way down. Let's go.
You doing that one thing with
You
it?
got to be kidding
Wait, are we
me.
done?
Do that.
Where are you going?
It works?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're still
Oh,
in
it
it.
just turned down.
Turned all the way
Oh,
down.
turn all the way down. Okay. I'm going back.
There it comes again.
Going back,
Coming
guys.
back all the way around.
All right, coming back
And here we
around
go.
again.
Here we go. Here we go. Who's
You standing back, and I'm gonna get hit.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
Watch the coffee.
Who's it gonna be?
There's coffee right there.
Come on, do it already!
Scott's out. All right, Moon, get in. Moon, get in.
Scott.
My favorite part of this whole game is how the sweaty Riz's hands get, like immediately.
Here, hold this, hold this.
I love it. Her hands are sweaty.
Because I just saw you wiping them off your pants.
My hands get sweaty.
What happened? What are we doing?
I don't like this. I don't like this.
Don't put your arm around me.
Hey, you guys need a kiss?
I will. What?
Oh, boy.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, boy.
Who's it gonna be?
no.
This is the worst, dumbest thing ever.
Him doing it is the best. You're the best.
That was me.
And I jumped too. I jumped almost through the window.
No. If there's only 3, you don't get number 4.
Time out, you
All
jerk.
right, I'll
scared
take
me.
4.
Get in there.
Put your fingers in there.
Put it. Everybody's flat down on your finger.
Oh, boy.
Get out!
Oh,
get
boy.
out! Get away from me!
Oh, boy.
Who's gonna win?
Oh, boy.
Don't do it to me. Don't you do it to me. Don't you do it to me. What am I saying that over and over again for? Because I just want to keep talking until I get shocked. Because it's not going to be me. I'm going to keep talking and I won't get shocked. I just know it.
Who was it?
Yay!
Nobody.
Yeah.
Wait!
Nobody.
Ow! Got me! I'm out!
Put your finger in. Put your finger in. It's going.
Is it running out of batteries?
I don't know.
Because I got a.
It didn't even buzz.
I got a pretty good
I
jolt.
told you, I
I'm
don't
not
like
even going to react.
Oh, God.
Who was it?
He scared the hell out of both of us. I jumped bigger than I would have if I got shot.
okay?
I couldn't get my finger out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull it out.
Moon was shaking more than Patrico.
I'm trying to rip my finger out of there. And it could go.
You scared me
All
to
right, it's
death.
Jeff and Moon. Here we go. Down to 2. Mano a mano.
Guy against guy, too. That's man on hand.
Who's going to be winning?
I'm going to
Who's gonna be the
finally
winner?
win this thing. I cannot wait to finally win this. This is going to be so very cool.
Nobody?
What is
Have it on
happening?
2 or 3.
Who's on
I am
2?
too.
Go.
All right. Stop yelling.
Sigala! Ha, 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 ha.
Is it not working?
Oh, my goodness. Good
Somebody turn
timing.
it down?
I told you. Nope, everything's fine.
One more. Try one more
One more time.
Wow.
This is
Okay,
bad.
this is what we're going to do.
Thanks for working for me.
Give me a car battery.
Here, let's put our tongue.
Oh, it definitely got me.
No, got me too.
This stress is the worst part, and I had to do it.
Sigala, sada, ha.
Nothing.
Oh.
This is BS. This
What
is
kind of
BS.
batteries does it take?
We both get buys next game.
Stick your finger in a socket.
All right.
We need closure.
You know what? Let's try this. Put 2 fingers in each of them.
All right.
Ready?
Thanks for the idea, Tony.
They both got 2 fingers in.
How many times you said that before today about a game?
The batteries are dying.
Wow. All right, you jerks got lucky.
boy.
Yeah.
Scott, get us batteries and a screwdriver.
Alrighty.
I got
Here, Scott. try,
triple A's here.
Figure out how to open this up and get the batteries changed.
I need a screwdriver. Anybody got a Phillips head?
Nope. It doesn't exist.
Where's the roulette? Celebrating 52 years in business. They are the best. I mean, I've had some work done in my backyard via Chesterfield Fence and Deck. Got a great fence around the yard. Cat the dog is happy and safe in my yard now. And we did a complete, tear down on my old deck. Completely put up a new deck and did the underdecking. That included them pouring concrete, putting in the posts, and now the underdecking's got a fan. It's a usable space. Chesterfield Fence and Deck, they use their own installation crews. They use their own trucks and tools and operate out of their own 25,000 square foot showroom and warehouse. In fact, go up there. Go out there to Chesterfield Fence and Deck. See their showroom with the beautiful displays of the fences and the decks and the pergolas and the sunrooms and the screen rooms, the patios and more. Free in-home estimates. Work with the project designer. Mine was Keith. Everything was fantastic from start to finish, and I now have a great new deck that I'm going to be sitting out there grilling, enjoying with my family. Chesterfield Fence Deck, Better Business Bureau Torch Award winner, SBA Family-Owned Small Business of the Year. Mention the Riz Show, get 48 months interest-free financing on your next outdoor project. Chesterfield Fence and Deck online at chesterfieldfence.com. After all, who doesn't want a bigger deck? Brandon here. Now, this is the game. It's a disc. We haven't played this in a while. But it's a disc with 4 little finger slots.
Yeah.
And you press the button, and one of the 4 gets shocked. We don't know, who it's going to be.
Moon won last time, so he, again, gets the first round bye.
Did you win last time?
Yes.
2 in a row.
I got welts on my ass right now. Do we have to
2 in a row.
Does it work?
Riz, happy birthday. You're probably an ass.
Here's something that could come in handy, and it's actually cool to kind of screw around with. So there's a guy in Poland. Okay, he's getting his master's in particle physics. And he built an online calculator that tells you exactly how long it'll take to chill your drinks. It's called the Chilled Drink Calculator. So just go to Google and Google Chilled Drink Calculator. And it's based on Newton's law of cooling. So yeah, it's pretty accurate. You just have to enter these 5 things in. The type of drink you're chilling, whether it be booze or whatever. The type of container it's in. Can, glass bottle, plastic. Where you've been storing it. Like if it's been at room temperature or sitting outside on a hot day. How you're chilling it. In the fridge, freezer, or ice water. And how cold do you want to get it. And then it lists like the optimal temperatures for different drinks. So once you enter that stuff, it spits out a number. Like if you put a warm can of Bud Light in the fridge, it'll take 40 minutes to hit an ideal temperature of 43 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's a bottle of champagne, 2 hours and 24 minutes to hit 48 degrees.
Yep, here's one. So if I have a lager, like a typical lager, it's 86 degrees out on a hot summer day. It's in a glass bottle. And I have a freezer. If I put it in there, 1 hour, 34 minutes, bam. Perfect temperature.
Crazy, right?
Perfect temperature.
Or if I wanted to just get a, 16-ounce plastic bottle of water, like you buy at the store in the 24-pack. It's been sitting in the grocery store on the shelf.
Yeah, so room temperature.
Room temperature. And I want it cold, 39 degrees. All I have to do is put it in the fridge for 3 hours and 23 minutes.
And you'll have the perfect temperature water.
Perfect temperature.
Wow.
You even have it with ice bath or ice and salt bath?
I'm not the beer drinker in the room. Is it a personal preference for beer, how cold it is, or is there a quote-unquote supposed to be certain amount of cold?
There's an optimal. I mean, listen,
science.
Personal preference is personal preference.
Right. That's what I would think most people
But there
go
is an
by.
optimal temperature for best flavor profile.
Which probably people don't even know, so they just go by, what they prefer, right?
Right.
So is it different for dark beer and
100%.
Well, with the dark beer, I remember that because that's what I used to drink.
Because flavor profile, the reason Americans get all weird when we go to England and take one of those pulls from from a bar and it's room temperature is because that's how they've been brewing beers for 100 years before our country even existed.
Right.
So they got used to flavor profiles at that particular temperature. You drink like a typical American beer on a summer. We like it so cold because the coldness actually sort of covers some of the swillness of it. You know what I'm saying?
So optimal temperature for a stout beer is 55 degrees.
Okay.
Optimal for ale is 50 degrees. Optimal for a lager, which is, Budweiser,
that's got to
is
be colder,
43
right?
degrees.
Yeah.
You do realize that this guy has done way more than just this chilled drink calculator, right?
Like this guy, I mean, he's a smart dude.
Oh, if you scroll down, it'll say there's other calculators. Like right now, I'm at the barbecue party calculator. So I put, here's a party for 9 adults and 9 kids. Do you guys want beef?
Sure.
Do you want maybe a little yes, please, or as much as possible?
Give me as much as possible.
Okay, what about pork? Maybe a little bit?
Sure.
Veggies? Yes, please.
Okay.
Chicken?
All right.
All right, yes, please. Sausages?
Sure.
Okay, maybe a little bit. Let's see here. Here's what I'm going to need. I'm going to need 6 burger patties plus the bun, which is going to run me between $16 to $24. I'm going to need 1.5 pounds of pork chops in bone,
so this
which is
how
between
much to buy?
$5. Yep.
Wow.
I'm going to need 5 pounds of veggies, which will cost me between $11 to $17. 10 chicken wings. I'm also going to need 3 sausages. So my estimated budget is anywhere between $37 to $55. And then it gives you a list of ingredients and what to do and how to plan your barbecue.
Wow.
Absolutely incredible.
That's pretty
And
cool.
this is a Polish guy, huh?
So it says here, beer pong calculator, pizza party calculator, pancake calculator, bread spreads calculator, egg boiling, coffee to water.
It is a shame he passed away. Put a screen door on a submarine.
Wedding alcohol calculator.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Look at that. U.S. standard can, 12 ounces on a hot summer day. Put it in an ice salt bath, blah, blah, blah. It's a stout. I want it down to 55 degrees, and that will take 1 minute.
Huh.
It's got additional hacks, too, to make it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna screw around with
this is incredible. So, okay, the wedding alcohol calculator. We're going to have wine, beer, vodka, and champagne, okay?
How many guests?
That's a good point.
199 people.
Okay, so 200. Let's make it easy. 200. How many wine drinkers out of the 200?
40.
Wine drinkers? All right, 40 wine drinkers.
40, okay. How many beer drinkers?
40.
Okay.
Everybody else is, hard liquor.
So let's just say a good 100. So that means there's 20 people that don't drink. So 100, okay? Champagne drinkers?
No fun nicks. What?
Champagne drinkers? Let's just say the wedding party, 10 people.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, other than that, we're good. So here's it. We need a total of, oh my God, it tells you exact. So if beer is served at your wedding reception, the general rule is 1 beer per guest per hour of the party. And I mean, it breaks everything down. So wine drinkers, for your wine drinkers, you're going to need 20 bottles, 10 red and 10 white. Beer drinkers, how long is the reception? Ask me this question now. 4 hours.
Listen, you can screw around with that thing for hours.
That's brilliant.
450 cans that you're going to need. I mean, it breaks everything down. 50 liters of vodka to have a good party.
Man, that's cool.
Unbelievable. This is a great website.
Good time to be alive, guys.
Also, because it's National Breakfast Week. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that.
Good week to be alive.
It's a damn good meal, breakfast.
And to celebrate National Breakfast Week, Kellogg's is giving away a week's worth of cereal to lucky winners. So Kellogg says the move is to emphasize the importance of eating enough fiber. And as such, they'll be giving away free cereal options that are high in fiber. Who loves Raisin Bran? The consistency of paper mache once you
with raisins.
Once you wet that down.
This one does.
No, you like grape nuts.
Oh, grape nuts. That's right.
nutty.
Sorry.
You like Raisin Bran, Moon?
Is that the 2 scoops with the?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like once you wet it down, it's like it's soggy cardboard.
Yeah, I didn't like that as a kid. As an adult, I find it acceptable.
I liked that as a kid when I put a teaspoon of sugar in it.
No, see,
at least.
I think it's still even a little bit too sweet with the raisins.
Or they're also giving away frosted mini wheats. To enter to win, just go to kellogg'sfamilyrewards.com. Pledge to increase your fiber intake. And every day between now and Friday, a limited number of customers will take the pledge and then win free cereal. There you go. That's kellogg'sfamilyrewards.com. All right, we're going to take one final break. We'll come back and wrap her up.
We're going to go.
Let's do this.
We're going to do
Let's
this.
do it. All right.
I have to poop so bad.
Open
right now.
up the wrapper.
That's a big chip, man. This is God, it's huge.
salsa in that.
Are you
you sure we got to do this?
What does it smell like?
Look.
It smells. You want to smell it? It smells pretty. I mean, it's got a.
Oh my gosh! I smelled it with my eyes.
All right, it smells hot. Hot.
Oh, mine broke! Mine's broken.
Don't count. Look how big this chip is. It's not.
It's a
this
giant
is no Dorito.
Wow.
No,
it's a shape. It's a giant triangle. Tortilla chip.
Yeah, this is awful.
Even Sixers in here wants to see this. A terrific feeling when somebody comes up to you and says, "Hey man, I haven't seen you in a while. Boy, you lost some weight." Well, thanks for noticing. Yeah, I lost 25 pounds last year. And a big thanks to Supplement Superstores for getting me going on my journey. All it took is me going down to a location. My nearest location is Chesterfield, right there in the valley, talking to an employee, all certified sports nutrition specialists, all certified personal trainers. We talked about diet. We talked about exercise. And in fact, they customized a program for me. And, I took the 1DB Overdrive, which really sent me along my way to losing weight. But to get you going, Supplement Superstores now has their Operation Transformation Program. A fully customized, easy-to-follow plan for you because everybody's a little different in what they need. They will formulate your personalized plan. They will help track your progress to make sure you're getting the best results. So go to Supplement Superstores, any location. You mentioned the Riz Show. They'll generate this program for free. Normally, it would cost about $150. You walk out with an easy-to-follow plan, fit your lifestyle, and it's going to get you to your goals. If you do the work, if you follow the plan, you get the results. Simple as that. Free access to private Facebook groups with the team, including registered dietitians. It takes you to just walk into Supplement Superstores. Again, mention me and get in on that Operation Transformation Program. Supplement Superstores online at supplementsuperstores.com. All right, so this is a toy that you got?
According to this morning, it says this is not a toy, but yes, I bought this, and I bought it specifically because I wanted to do it with us.
Okay, so it's got 4 little slots for your fingers.
Yeah, some of these gag things like that, it's just like a little shock. And my son got something in a magic kit that he gets me with every once in a while, and it hurts like hell.
This is like, to be honest with you, it's 4 AAA batteries, which, okay, whatever.
Let's rewire it.
My sister-in-law was the one that tested it, and she damn near threw this thing across the room. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the settings. We're going 4.
All right, so y'all put your fingers in there, and you press the button.
Yep.
And it kind of goes around, and one of you gets shocked.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Does it hurt if there's any metal on any other part of your body? I can take it off.
All right, so Scott, Scott, you pick what number you want.
This. I'll do. I gotta control the board.
Scott's doing 4.
What do you mean that's dumb?
That means I mean exactly what it sounds like. That's dumb.
What do you mean that's dumb? There's only 4 slots. Who's going to be left out?
So you can easily roll over here and do it real quick.
All right, it's fine. You want to plot names?
No, we'll do this.
Let's plot names.
We'll do this, and then the loser of this one, steps out and you're in.
Why me?
Because we like.
You got a 1 in 4 chance too. So we'll do this. We'll do the inaugural test, and then you come on over.
All right.
All right, we're turning it on. It's on now. As you guys can see, there's 2 victims here. We're now going to go boop, boop. Now all 4. Okay. All right, put your fingers in. Here we go.
Fingers in, guys.
Here we go.
Fingers in.
Hang on, I'm gonna elbow something if I get hit.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Press the button.
Hang on.
I know it. They're off. They'll go on. They'll go on.
Somebody put a microphone up to it so we can hear it.
All right, here we go.
Ready? Press it.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
Go.
I don't like this.
And go. The light's going around, going around.
It's got a light that
shows.
Lights have
disappeared. Lights have disappeared.
Close your eyes, everybody. Come on! This is stupid. I don't like it.
Oh boy.
Anytime now.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It was Scott for sure.
Look at him, Face it.
Burn me down.
All right, fine.
Come on over. How was that?
Oh, it's great. It's refreshing. It wakes you up.
Is it like?
It really does.
Is it one of those like in the hand or is it?
Yeah, it's like right here in the finger, and I get it in my elbow right now.
Let's do it.
Oh, right now it still hurts. I don't want this.
Oh boy. All right. Where are you going?
I wanted to go in Scott's. Yeah. Wait. Turn it off and turn it back on.
Oh, come on.
Well, what's it going to do? Hit 4 again? No.
It may.
It may.
I did it with my sister-in-law, and she was in 2, I was in 1.
It's only 4 that you get struck.
Yeah, well, then you take 4.
All right.
Oh, God.
It's going to be 3. It's
Oh,
going to be...
boy.
Everybody out!
You better switch it to 4.
Ready? Oh, my gosh.
Here we go.
Everybody jumped out. If it hits this... Oh, God. If it hits me, I'm blaming the restart.
Oh, boy. Oh, no.
It takes too long. It takes too long.
I love it.
Here we go.
My arm is already heating up.
Here we go. Who's it gonna be?
His headphones flew off.
You jumped.
It was tones.
Oh, that's terrible.
That went faster than the first time.
Hey, real quick, let's do this. Oh, this is how we should do this game. So now, since myself and Scott have been shocked, we are out. Now we do it 3 with you 2, or with you 3. And then we do it 2, and there's 1 winner. Oh, my God, let's do it.
Yes.
That means one person
We need a
today
winner
will not
today.
get shot.
This isn't fun.
We need a winner.
Let's go.
This
You're
isn't
right.
fun. I'm already sweating.
All right. All right.
They see us on the camera?
Yeah, we should be good. All right, here we go.
My hands are sweaty. Not bad.
Now we're doing it on 3.
What number were you?
I don't remember. 2. I was 2. All right, here we go. No, you're out.
No. It's 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2,
it's
and
1, 2,
3
and 3.
are the numbers.
Okay.
Here,
1, 2, and 3.
You got to go in 1, man.
Oh, stop it.
Here we go.
3's my lucky number.
All right, here we go. Oh, boy. Who's it going to be? Great. Whether you're in the market to buy a new house or making improvements to the house that you're already in and love, First Community can help save you money. You can apply for a home loan, and you can do so all the way from now until the end of May, and they're actually going to take money off of your closing costs. And they also have that special rate on first-rate line of credit, home equity, and it's an amazing opportunity for you to save a good chunk of money when you are applying for either, again, a loan for renovations or to buy your first home. So what you do is you go to firstcommunity.com, you get the address to a location near you, whether it be Missouri or Illinois side, and you take the first step just like King Scott did, and you make the phone call and say, hey, how can First Community help me become a part of the community?
Yeah, and today's a great day to actually start a new history for yourself. Quit making bad financial choices. Quit throwing money away. Quit buying lottery tickets and getting nothing in return. Put your money somewhere where you can actually have it in the future. So whenever you decide to move, you can sell your house and you'll have financial money. But it's the same thing, right?
Financial money.
It's the same thing. But anyways, you'll have it finally. And you can actually put it down to the next house, and I would not be in a situation of wanting for First Community.
Yeah, it's amazing that they can help you, whether it be with an auto loan, a home loan, even a personal finance loan. They've got you taken care of. So again, online to get all the locations, 44 of them, Missouri, Illinois side, some even open on Sundays, firstcommunity.com.
All right, that is it for us. The man himself, Donnie Fandango, is next. Thank you all for tuning in. Blog and podcast if you missed anything at 1057thepoint.com/Riz. Moon, what do we got?
Sports, crap on celebrities, food news, and a goat thief at gunpoint. All of it, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. Today, the title is First Guest Besides Lou Ferrigno. Whoops. That's on the podcast, and let me again reiterate the fact that we have an app. 1057 The Point has an app. It's amazing. You can actually earn all sorts of things, win tickets on there, listen to the show, listen to the station live on any sort of road trip or just in your office, whatever. And the podcast is available on all directories, and it's shareable.
That's not what I wanted to do. But
that
okay.
frightened me.
Yeah, sorry.
It's shareable. That's the coolest thing is you hit the little 3 dots, hit copy link or share link, and share it with somebody. That is how we grow this podcast to be even bigger. Last year, we were the most downloaded and listened to podcast in 2 of our beautiful 50 states, and we're going to beat that this year.
Yes.
So help us do it by sharing the love.
With mistakes like I just made, I mean, how could we not be?
Really the only
I'm not
thing
sure
that's
what
holding
you're
us
talking
back.
about. Act like it didn't happen. That's
could have had 3 states.
That's
number
what we
one,
do
but
these days.
Stuff like that. Tomorrow on the program, we'll talk to Chris Kerber about the St. Louis Blues, hopefully talking about a win tonight. And tomorrow, gentlemen, it's Good or Gross Wednesday.
Dang it.
Good or Gross Wednesday. Ooh, you know what we should do? Because we do have those hot jelly beans.
We should, okay, throw them away.
No.
And then get chocolate Long
Johns.
Johns.
Let's add those somehow to the... Then we got to think of a way to maybe make a...
Sure, that's a good idea.
Make those included.
I mean, that's just an immediate gross.
Yeah.
So
we'll figure it out. It's maybe an automatic win for the.
No, I got the perfect way to add them. We just add, so it'll be in the bag. It'll be Riz, King Scott, Moon, Burton, Patrico, Wild Card, Instant Hot. And if you pull Instant Hot, you got to get one of the hot jelly beans.
Okay, yourself as the
puller.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great idea, Tony.
Yeah, good idea, Tony.
So glad you're here today.
So it's the 5 of our names. It's Wild Card, and then it's Instant Death.
Yep.
How funny is it that we're all excited about that? Yeah, good idea.
Well, the good news is that the hot one, which was consumed.
Yeah, I got it. That's
there was
it.
only
There's
one of those in that box.
Yeah, I got it.
Thanks, Tone.
Unless I go
welcome.
get another box today.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. You got stuff to do, man.
He's right.
Very busy.
He is correct.
Totally right.
All right, so we'll do that tomorrow. It's going to be fun. Anything else, fellas?
Asset.
All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our Team Riz member of the day, shouting at Katie Mattel one more time.
Yeah, Katie.
Katie.
And Katie wants to hear this song, and damn it, I'm going to play it for her. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Okay.